This is the next big pot.
Scores a contest 112-115. Judge Paul Thomas 112-115. Judge Donald Trevor 113-115. The winner. And the new Super Featherweight Champion of the world from Cambridge in Scotland, Ricky Burns.
The dream comes true for Ricky Burns. A massive answer, a huge shot in the arm.
I made out the blueprint. Yes, they gave him the decision. They gave him the fight. He beat me, but the blueprint is right there. Just look at it. I took it out of the vault and I handed it over to Canelo Alvarez.
To be honest, Harrison's the biggest bum inside boxing. And my reaction to David Price and Frank Maloney calling me out that midget, yeah? I'll fight David Price any day of the week. You see, you plumb from Liverpool. It's personal between me and you. I'm going to do you some serious, big stiff idiot, okay? Alright, thanks guys.
Well, brilliant, like I say, for the centre of South Gloves Community Centre. Amir Khan gets the big fight with Pacquiao and the world champions, the lads that are coming through. It'll be a fantastic. I'd equate this to the Kronk in America way back in the time.
You know what?
Fuck Joe Gallagher.
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 I got him in a cage right now. Cage.
The plan is to have Algieri knock Pacquiao out.
Yes, but I still got him in a cage. He listens to me very well. I'm gonna let him loose.
Round 10?
Round 10 or 11. I'm gonna let him go.
That's gonna make a difference for the fans to materialize.
Now I only have one other thing to do, and that's to fight Thomas Hearns. And I'm planning on breaking every bone in his body.
But what works is they're going to go and chase Leo Santa Cruz. And I told them on Wednesday, you're not going to get Santa Cruz. Like I told them, you're not going to get Martinez.
Now, coming to you live, the next big pod.
Welcome back to the next big pod. We jump straight into it because we're going to do everything. We said we was going to do two, but we can barely do one these days, so we'll just get it over and done with tonight. Brian, do you want to start with Berto and Porter because you've only just finished watching that?
Aye. Surprisingly, I actually thought it was a decent fight.
Fuck off.
No, I know. I don't normally like the fights, but it was entertaining enough. It was non-stop. I know it was just raggy as fuck, just people swinging haymakers, but and like Porter doing his usual, he's just kind of fucking bull rushing in there like a mad sex offender, but I enjoyed it. I mean, I don't enjoy watching Porter because he's shit to watch. I still say to this day that he beat Brook, and I'll never get back and watch that fight because it was that bad, and that's what his fights are. But look, I hate Berto. Berto's just a prick. Berto's just one of these wee faggots. Is just for some reason. You know how you've ever worked in a company where some cunt in your work's actually shagging the boss's daughter, and he seems to get everything for absolutely nought. That's actually him. Gets all these fucking big fights and he's not done none. He's been beat off I wouldn't say bums, but they're fucking level just above bums, and he keeps getting these.
Would you say he's a Triple H of boxing? Then he must be shagging Al Heyman's daughter.
That's exactly it. I think he is. He's fucking shite. But I wonder, didn't you think, let's see, at the time where he was waiting to fight Shane Mosley in 2011, didn't you think he would actually beat Mosley at that point?
He was reeled out of his cunt though then, weren't he?
What's that?
Because that's when he got fucking busted for juicing, weren't it?
Right. No, it was like when he had that fucking earthquake and that, and he pulled out the fight to go and help them.
Oh no, but I mean, I think it was just after he got done for doping though, wasn't it? So he probably would have been clean, so he wouldn't have he'd probably got smashed.
No, it was Aye, well, true. Aye, but no, but I like to fight. It's just the usual shit. Porter smothering his work all the time, being dirty as fuck, two of them you know how when you watch the clips and it's two like kind of goats like fucking like rattling heads off each other. That's what it's like. I've got the fight on in the background and the two of them's faces all cut to shit because they keep dropping the head in each other. But I actually like to fight. It wasn't like Porter's worst fucking fight. There's been plenty more than that, but. I don't want the Thurman rematch. I don't think there's any need for it. It was competitive.
Well, there's not straight away anyway.
No, I know.
Not straight away.
Apparently he's going to fight Peterson first because he's the first mandatory. Well, but Porter's saying, "Oh yeah, Thurman's scared of me. Don't want to fight." Shut the fuck up! Like, what is he on about?
No, I would. Unless he's going to fight one, unless he goes over to Sheffield next month and calls it the winner of that. Peterson, because Peterson, although he's a cheating bastard, but everybody's a dirty cheat fucking steroid taker these days, isn't he? Like, everybody's fucking full of the gear. So what is the point of fighting this fucking losing battle? Decent. I know he lost. I think he lost to Diaz, but he got the decision. But he beat fucking Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia got the fight with Thurman. So I would rather see something new if it's not a champion and take Peterson. But
I agree with you up until you said that you like the fight. I don't want to see Porter versus Thurman again straight away because it doesn't do anything for Porter because he gets beat again. And then where does he go from that? That's him finished. I'd rather him. I don't know. I want to see him become like a gatekeeper. I would have liked to see Spence fight someone like Porter before moving on to Brook. I know he's beat Bundu in Algeria, but Porter's a level above them. And I want to see him used. I don't want to see him fight for world titles and just continually get beat. I want to see him fight the guys who, on the way up, or step down from fighting for world titles, if you know what I'm trying to get at. I don't want to see him fighting Brook. I don't want to see him fighting Porter, because he'll get beat and it'll be a horrible fight. And it's one of them where you watch it because we do this shit and you think you have to watch it, but you ain't going to enjoy it. I don't like Porter.
I don't. Look, it never came to mind. I don't think I've ever mentioned this before, but legit, before the fight started, like Kenny Porter and Sean were doing their usual where they're kind of cuddling each other, like touching heads, and I don't know if they're saying talk. They're just kind of like it's as if like it's like 2 a.m. You've pulled a fat bird in a nightclub and you're just kind of fucking get that love song on before the lights come on, and you're just kind of fucking cuddling away, and you're just about to try and stick your finger in a fanny. Right? I don't think I've ever put him on my list. He looks like he should be in the Costomato list. It does look as if.
All right. Anyway.
Honestly, no. It does look as if he's maybe molested his boy when he was younger, and he's get. What you need to remember, Kenny Porter was he's in the Olympic team. He gave them. He helped him out as well. With other boxers, so you don't know how far his fucking reach is went. Maybe there's other boxers like that, but Sean Porter does have the signs of somebody that's been molested as a boy.
Fuck's sake.
Macho, did you watch it, mate?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, I'm not a great deal to add, to be honest. Porter's style is pretty garbage. I was actually a little bit impressed with Berto because he's got a lot of quit in him. I thought a couple of rounds before he actually quit, he wanted to. But he did. I did think he bit down his gum shield and he carried on. One of the things I did like was, I mean, really fucking dirty, and he just fucking lunges in with his head. But I did like that Berto was trying to time the uppercut when Porter came storming in, and he was trying to work to the body, but Porter's just fucking relentless, isn't he? But when you look at his record, he's had a couple of losses, but Alexander, Malignaggi, Brook, Broner, Berto, Thurman, I wouldn't say he's in fun fights, but there's something's going to happen. If that makes sense, it might not be pretty to watch, but I don't mind Porter because he looks like he's going to give value for money. It isn't great to watch, but I thought it was all right. It was what it was, and I actually thought Berto did quite well to last as long as he did because I was expecting to quit far sooner. I don't know where Berto goes from here though.
That's him done, surely.
He's made quite a good. Was he on one of the early Al Heyman contracts?
Yeah, this is what I was saying to someone the other day. Someone's saying, why does he keep getting all these big paydays in comparison to everyone else? Apparently, he's on the older contracts where Heyman gets a bigger percentage. So that'll be why he'll be getting more money, if you know what I mean.
Well, he only fights once a year as well, so they might just give him one big sum as opposed to 3 smaller ones or 2 smaller ones.
Yeah, but
anyway, the undercard fight for this, I did really enjoy. I've seen people shitting on this, but I'm warm into these Charlers, you know. They're both cunts, but in like a good way. And even the one who has got no power seemingly found some power. So whether that's come from an injection or a tablet, who knows? But I really enjoyed it. He's accurate and crisp as fuck, man, and he didn't waste nothing. I mean, Hatley was out of his depth, but I still enjoyed it. I like to see him.
Which one is this one? Is this the shit one or the good one?
This is the one that was shit, but is now not shit.
Because I read
not
that
as good.
He's got a 47% knockout ratio, but the last 2 opponents he's absolutely sparked. I'm a bit similar to you. I haven't seen that much of these Charlos, so I can't really tell them apart, but I was similar to you. Quite impressed. He don't waste a lot. He had decent defense. He's got a really good jab. Don't use it enough. I'd like him to use it more, but you know, a good straight right hand as well. He looks like he could be half decent actually, but I just don't know where that knockout power's come from. Did he not say he's got changed trainers recently or something? Has he got a new trainer?
He left Ronnie Shields. He's gone. I don't know who he's gone with, but he's definitely left Ronnie Shields. So it's Lara and the other Charlo that's with.
You don't
Ronnie
develop knockout power when you sort of step up in levels, and he should have been knocking out these bums like this early on in his career. But to start knocking them out, and these are proper like putting someone to sleep punches. I was just surprised he had a 47% knockout ratio. When I was looking at to pair them, I was getting them confused because they've got fucking stupid names, haven't they? One's got an A in it, one's got an E in it, and I thought that guy was the one with like the 80% knockout ratio.
No, this was the feather-fisted one up until recently.
But
not feather-fisted anymore.
But I don't necessarily agree because see, like Jamal, that J-Rock Williams fight was like. It was competitive. I think I actually had J-Rock winning the rounds that he wasn't getting put in his arse. But see the punch that fucking it basically ended the fight. It was never ever fucking truly the same. It was a long range uppercut. That was not to say that he was fucking juicing just because he put something on his ass. It was an absolutely fucking perfect punch.
That's the one with the good knockout ratio.
Yeah.
The one that knocked out Williams has got. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the other one.
Right, I know, but
knockout power.
But what I've noticed is the Charlo brothers are getting accused of being on steroids, but you'll find that the people that they're fighting aren't being accused of taking steroids when they're all doing the same fucking. They're all not doing testing either. Let's see this J-Rock Williams. J-Rock Williams, they were complaining about like Charlo not doing testing. He didn't do any either. If he wanted to, let's say, kind of save face, he should have done the drug testing to prove a point. He says, I done it off my own back. I paid for VADA. I done the fucking random testing. He didn't do it. He's the one that people been suspicious of, but it's for some reason like the Charlo, I think it must be like a Heyman thing where they people see them as like the beating for Heyman, but other fighters like not, even though they're under Al Heyman. But that punch last, could it not just? Like, I think they're juicing anyway, but could it not just be the fact that fucking Charles Hartley's shit?
Yeah, it's a combination of that, and that punches that hit him were accurate as fuck, weren't they? So he did get softened up, but I don't know. There's no smoke without fire. So
you don't think that punch that he stopped the boy made, but I had to watch it a couple of times because it kind of popped into my head. I think it's a carbon copy of fucking Wilder's punch against Spielke. It's the way that it was a short fucking right hand and it was dipping. He had to kind of throw it downwards.
Difference being is one knew what he was doing throwing that, and the other one just hit an out. But I get where you're coming from.
You know what I like about it? It's the fact that the guy was unconscious and the fucker on the other side didn't sleep. I like that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And the other Charlo as well, when he going mental at J-Rock after. I like that. He got a bit.
I thought they were saying delete. Like that's a wrestling thing. Like I thought it was going delete.
No, he was saying sleep.
Oh, was he? That's a shame.
Well, I like that because if you're gonna be a dick, you be a dick, not just put it on like haha, for example, who's not. Who's just try to play a part.
If you're going to play the heel, you fucking go 100% in it and just be an absolute bastard. Because if Floyd shows one thing, see if you've got a bit of personality and you go ball deep in being a prick, people will just end up wanting to fucking pay money to let's see you get knocked out, which it didn't happen with Floyd, but the thing is with these Charlos, they're kind of fucking wiping people out, and also like. Jamal should have been back in with the ring, but now they need to kind of keep these guys active. That 154, divisions to maybe sit and watch, but see, competitive-wise, like it's fucking top-heavy with right good talent.
I don't really mind 154. It's just when I think of it, I'm thinking Laura, and it annoys me a bit. But that Charlo, I don't mind him at all.
Got Andrade there, haven't you?
Yeah, Andrade. He's not really my cup of tea either, but he is good. He's decent enough to watch.
I think if Lara actually fucking had the mentality like the Charlos, like he's in the same camp as one of them, right? See if he had the same mentality where he would want to fight for fucking 12 rounds the way he does, like maybe 6. I think he would absolutely ruin every one of the fuckers in that division. Like Andre included. I think Lara is head and shoulders above any fucker in that division. But saying that, no, I'm full of shite because I actually had them fucking losing to Canelo. So what am I talking about? Just delete that. I'm going to wipe that out.
Canelo's moved up, obviously, and he's at 164
a new Canelo
now.
weight.
Yeah.
What do we think about Charlo stepping up in weight? Because he looked massive. He looked huge.
Well, they both look massive, and the other one has moved up. So, what do you think? What do you think's next? Then, do you reckon he can get the unification with Jarrett Hurd?
See, the thing is, so why doesn't he fight Lara? Because he's no longer in that camp. He's went to a new trainer.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen, is it? Because they'll still be friends, I guess.
But there must be something with him and Ronnie Shields. So nothing would be better for him to fucking beat Lara and turn around to Shields and pull his ball sack out and just put that in your mouth.
In an ideal world, that's what would happen, but
he'll end up fighting that Jarrett Hurd or some shit.
Well, that'll do for you. You're about whore, aren't you, Bryce? So a unification, you'll be happy with that. Well, Laura would be one as well, but
is it for all the marbles?
Listen,
no, it'd be for 2 of them.
Honestly, there's nothing better than we'll obviously go into the fight for the weekend. There's nothing better than fucking sitting, acting like a pure casual on a Saturday night watching a fight where it's 2 fucking world champions. Don't get in.
There's only one fight on the weekend.
I know, but that's a fucking inverted commas, like a unification. There's nothing better where there's fucking so much on the line for the 2 fighters. I can shut on like the burn slit and Dongo hang, but what is the point? Like I've got my fucking opinions like multi-weight champions and all, but I don't want to get in it because it just shut on burns and all. But anyway,
no, and Dongo's a legitimate unified champion.
We're not talking about Ndongo.
I'm just saying he turned Ben's fake belt real.
Yeah,
he did. But anyway,
right, continue your point.
I don't think they'd make the hard fight because the guy's quite fucking. He's still quite like rough and raw on the edges, and he's not got a lot of fight. So I don't think they would actually fuck him in. They one of them. They don't think they maybe want to build him. What I can see is like.
Oh, he's got to fight Lubin, hasn't he? And Charlo. Lubin.
I was like, Lubin's going to be fighting one of the champions this year, I think. So we all know what's fucking happening there. Lubin's going to absolutely fucking waste them.
Selby's just been stripped of his belt.
Yes.
Really?
Nah.
All right, anyway, moving on. Do you want to go to Leicester, Liverpool, or the StubHub Centre? Where are we going?
Keep it with StubHub because we're going to obviously rage about fucking Liverpool. So
right, I haven't actually seen this because my recording failed, but I missed one decent fight, one shocker in Ramirez. Was the other one any good?
But I'll tell you what happened is, if I forwarded the Ramirez fight like I done with the Abraham fight, it's boring as fuck. It's basically like one, you watch the first round and it is the exact same round over and over.
He's shit. I don't rate him at all.
I don't know how like Canelo gets as much grief with Mexicans. I don't know if it's because he's red hair and things like that, right? But they also talk. I've also heard like Mexicans say it's because he doesn't fight in a Mexican style. He's more of a like counter puncher. He's
because he's not a cabbage, basically, innit? But he doesn't block punches with his face.
Wow.
He's not aggressive like a Mexican fighter. But see, Ramirez, he is boring as fuck. But he's got a bit of a batting. But the Mexicans like him. He's like this good looking cunt. I don't care. He is fucking terrible. So I sat and watched the first round. I can't get in. And as you know how you start drifting away from a fight and you end up on your phone and before you know it's fucking round 4 and you've not even watched any in the last 3 rounds. So I just fast forward to the end to see who won. He won and I went on to the Valdez fight, but it was Magdaleno. So I went and obviously
yeah, was that one good?
Oh, it was fucking lovely. It was a shitty stoppage right enough, but this guy looks the real deal. So I went and asked Mick Conley about him. I was like, have you sparred him? Is that because he's quite small? And he's like, I've sparred him. He's an absolute fucking monster in the gym. And he's just absolutely non-stop. Just thinking of sparring like Quigg's getting over there. Quigg's fucking sparring like Oscar Valdez and all that over there.
Yeah,
so
he's done the right thing.
Exactly, aye. So I asked him about Magdaleno, and he's like, he had to lose through 12 or 13 pounds in the last 10 days or something like that. He had to shift a fucking load of weight. He says he's absolutely struggling at that weight, so he's going to be up at featherweight soon, he thinks. But I asked him, I was like, but he's small, he's like 5'4.5". I was like, he looks even smaller than fucking the likes of Frampton and that. But he said that he walks about it like when he's not fighting about 160 pun, 165 pun. So he's having to fucking drop 40 pun to make that weight. But he said he's just a stocky bastard, but he looked absolutely tremendous. He's just absolutely, he's one of the buzzsaws. He's just fucking non-stop, but he's got power and all. If he's promoted right, he could be a genuine fucking star because he's got the. I'm kind of looking at the chat. I know he's put as announced. Aye, it was really, really good. I can't even remember how the fight. He punched Dos Santos in the back of the head. The referee kind of waved it off. For absolutely, he could have got back up. I just think they maybe just wanted to get it over and done with. Shakur Stevenson, I'm actually one of the few people that actually thought that he looked quite good. And you need to take into consideration like the boy is only 19-year-old. He's just come out. He's like a proper amateur fighter. He's like a black slick boxer, and building up to that week, I said I thought it was like a bad move, putting like a black slick fighter on a Mexican undercard. They're not going to take to him there. And I said to like some fucker last night that they should have just held him back until the Crawford card that he's going to be on, because that'd have been more of his like crowd. And you seen it last night. The crowd were booing him and turned on him fucking already. And I thought he done well to kind of handle the interview, because he thought that the person they were just booing him because they didn't like him, but it wasn't the case. It was like the fucking stoppage was terrible. And what I think happened was he hurt his hand. Want him getting out for the last round, so they made up some fucking bullshit. There was absolutely no cut whatsoever. The only way that fight would. The only person would have stopped that fight would have probably been fucking Gary Lockett, because we know he likes a fucking quit. You could not notice. I don't even. Is that dab? So like Shakur Stevenson, I thought he looked decent. He didn't look as bad as like people were making out.
Well, were the headbutts legit, or were they?
They were clashing heads and stuff, but you couldn't notice the cut at all in his face. There was no swelling or nothing. And you need to remember that this is the same commission that fucking lets for Francisco Vargas go out every fucking time with his face melting.
Well, either way, it went to points, didn't it? It's a technical decision. It hasn't been ruled a knockout. So if they wanted to get.
But you know what they done? They deliberately waited for the bell to ring for the 6th round so they can pull him to the side, then finish it. So, because I went and looked at the fucking rules, and the rules stated that if it's a technical decision, they include that round. So they finished it off as if it was a 6th rounder.
Yeah.
It was an absolute fucking joke, but I think it was specifically because he hurt his wrist and they didn't want him to do the last round. So they concocted this plan, but.
All right then. Well, what about Valdez? Because you was hyping this fight up when you. I've seen a lot of people say this is a fight of the year contender.
This is definitely a fight of the year, 100%. But I had it. I had to watch it last night. I watched a couple of rounds it this morning before I went to yesterday morning before I left to go to the football. Don't know if any cunt fucking watched it, but for the first 10 minutes we had 85% possession, and we pumped an absolute fucking amateur team. But anyway. I'm right impressed with that Mariaga. I actually think he would fucking beat the likes of Selby.
Yeah, he's decent. Everyone was shitting on it when it was made, and I think I run about with Shepard. He's decent. Like, he wasn't shit against Walters. He's not like For first, is it your first defence? I don't think it is it? I can't remember.
Second.
Still, it's not bad. Like, some people just fucking whinge for the sake of it.
Really?
I don't. I only whinge about fucking legit shit, mate.
Do you think Valdez, like at 126 then, Valdez, do you think he beats Selby?
Yeah, definitely beats Selby.
What about Brian? You're obviously Team Frampton, aren't you? What do you think Valdez beats Frampton?
See, the thing is, though, people have got this fucking hard on with Oscar Valdez, and he struggled more with fucking Mariaga than Walters did. Fucking boxing triangles, you can't do that. But see, at the same time, he went fucking life and death with Mariaga. He was fucking badly hurt in that fucking fight. See if you look at round 10, round 2, I seen people saying round 10 was 10 round of the year, but it was one-sided for about fucking two minutes, and then the last minute was just an absolute fucking tear-up. See, before the knockdown, which was fucking a beautiful knockdown, by the way, Mariaga hurt him. I can't remember what punch it was, but Oscar Valdez hurt him. But it just shows you Valdez just kind of fucking bit down the gum shield and just put right in about it. He's one of the guys, a bit like Frampton, you know how instead of, like, see if you get punched, you kind of move back and regroup. This Valdez just like, you're Mexican. Has to go fucking right in it. But I noticed that he's a southpaw, isn't he?
No.
No? I'm trying. No, right, no, he's no. So what he would do is he would do like a kind of Klitschko. He would like kid on he's going to throw a jab but turn it into a left hook, and it was absolutely perfect.
I do like that. I like it when people do that.
So that kind of fucking point are eating, like, it's as if it's like converted orthodox into, as if they've deliberately changed his fucking stance. Phelps nonsense, but who is this giant Al? He's like fucking my fucking head up here.
Right, crack on then.
Yeah.
Oscar Valdez, Frampton, I think it would be a really good fight because the two of them are just one of these people as they get hurt. People are going overboard with fucking Frampton losing against Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz is a good fighter. Santa Cruz fucking proven that with rematch. He's not just like fucking this dumb wee guy. He came in.
Well, he never used to be just. Well, he's always threw a lot of punches, isn't he? But he never just threw a lot of punches. He was always half decent, and then he started just throwing punches.
Yeah,
he went back to boxing a little bit, and he is a good boxer. No one's ever discounted that.
Yeah, but I think the stuff with Frampton is because it's sort of the first time he had to answer a question and he didn't. That's why everyone's fucking had the reaction.
No, you compete at that level, you get beat. Simple as that.
Yeah,
not everyone's Floyd, and you're going to get beat sooner or later.
That was the first time that he was asked a question and posed problems. He ended up getting beat pretty wide. But anyway, that's about him anyway. We're not talking about him.
Yeah, ignore that then. But in my opinion, I haven't seen this fight yet. But even from that, I would say Valdez is definitely he's a nightmare for anyone in that division. From what I've seen of him so far, without watching that Mariaga fight.
But Mariaga can punch like fuck as well. Like everyone, he can proper like he can bang. Like if he, it's not like he's got it off of some fucking idiot.
I said last night, it reminded me of Prescott and like Barroso, the way he would throw his punches. It was just like it's just like a tight guard. There was no fucking winging punches. Everyone was just kind of a 1-2 or a 1-2-3, and his punches were coming straight back to his chin. So he's like technically decent. I think I honestly believe if Prescott had a good promoter.
Mariaga.
No, but I mean Prescott after he knocked out Khan, if he had a good promoter that was going to back him and let him fucking develop, Prescott could have been a fucking like a 2-weight world champion or not. But he was just basically a gatekeeper for other fucking people. He wouldn't have lost to the likes of Paul McCloskey and that. But that's neither here nor there. But Mariaga is decent. Remember, Mariaga was the first person in fucking ages that like took Walters like rounds.
Yeah,
as well. Mariaga's like a fucking really, really good guy. Like I had it 7-5, so it was like 115, 112 with a knockdown, but it was a great fight. It was just like, you know how when you've got like a fucking like a boxing match, but it's like two guys saying a fucking absolute tear up around. I'm not saying it's like Barrera Morales, but you know how when you've got an absolute fucking war, but it's technically good or not. None of your fucking Gatti Ward, your casual bastards, they fight are fucking abysmal.
Was it a bit like Vargas Salido then?
watch like Frampton, Leo Santa Cruz, it's a good fight because you can tell what they're doing, but it's the two of them are just want to stand and trade. But they say it's not as if they're missing loads of punches. They know what they're doing while they're fucking standing in there trading. It's like that. It's like just world class. I'm not saying Mariaga and Oscar Valdez, but it's like world class fucking boxers doing their shit. That's all we want. Happy we sound when we get good fucking fights. It was I wouldn't
Macho.
Yeah.
You've been quiet. Did you watch this card as well? Or?
I haven't. No, I've only seen the first 4 rounds. I haven't managed to catch up with it all yet. But what I've seen so far was really, really good. It was something I harp on about all the time. I sound like a fucking broken record, but so many boxers, it's like you punch, I'll go backwards, then I'll punch. You go backwards, I'll punch. But these guys are kind of happy to trade with each other, like fucking planting their feet, and they're always looking to counter the other one, as opposed to just backing off and doing nothing. But I haven't seen it all. But the first 4 rounds, it does look like a really, really good fight. A really good fight, but I need to catch up with all of it.
Ainsley, have you seen it? Have you got anything to add on top before we move back to...
Not anything to add. Just keep it moving.
All right, Brian, make a last point then.
Right, before that, look, Macho, what did you have? Did you score it?
No, I've only seen the first 4 rounds.
Did you score the 4?
No, I haven't scored it.
No, did you not score the 4 rounds that you watched?
No, well, if I had to say, I'd say that Valdez won the first, Mariaga won the second. I'm not sure about the third and fourth.
See, but I had it 3-1 to Mariaga after 4 rounds, and like basically the judges gave like Mariaga 1 round. The two of them gave Mariaga 1 fucking round in the full.
Who's Mariaga's promoter? Is this an in-house fight?
I don't know who
Move on.
Right. Valdez can fight going backwards and off. I was sitting watching that to see if he was like, he was just basically, I thought it was basically like one-dimensional where he'd have to just kind of fight his front foot. But it was no bad. It was basically popping out the jab when he was.
Sorry, have you took any pills tonight, man? You're speaking like 100 miles an hour, man.
Because you're a fucking Russian, mate, to try to fucking talk about Vlad. I don't give a fuck about this fucking fight, bees. I've gone through these fucking. This is like Shep again, wanting to fucking speak about a fight every 2 minutes.
Yeah, we don't need to be fucking. Whatever. We'll move on.
Right. Do you want to talk about the War of the Ages first before we do Frank's card?
Let's do the Liverpool one last because it's going to build the rage
right now. Right. Let's go Leicester then. Let's just do Kurt Sidsley and Langford.
Wait, Smile Williams was sick, by the way.
Yeah, Smile Williams was a really good fight, Brian. Have you seen that or not? Because this is a fight you would hate, I think.
Is that the one where the wee guy with it looked like with the silver hair?
No, that's that maggot Woodstock.
Yeah.
No, basically
there's 2 black guys. I'm going to trade up.
Yeah.
And actually, to be honest, this is a sort of fight that it's a really good fight to open a show like this. This BT's second show, and that's the sort of fight you need to get everyone sitting down and going, right, I'll watch the rest of this card. It was low on quality, but high on entertainment. It was a good little scrap. Good scrap.
I'll tell you now. What fight you were talking about?
Smile and Williams.
Jermaine Smile against Darryl Williams.
Right, I can't remember, but is that the first fight? Is that the first fight? It was on BT.
Yeah, it was early. It was on early on the card. Yeah.
You know, I'm obviously going to be two-faced here, right? Because you know that you need to be two-faced when it comes to Frank Warren. But I seen that fight and I was championing it to fuck on Twitter, saying. I was like, fucking BT, like the first couple of fights on BT, like sports is fucking good. Frank's done fucking well. Like, you know, just being a two-faced bastard, because if that was on like an Eddie Hare show, I'd be fucking freaking out my balls saying, this is shite. I don't want to see this level of fucking fight on Sky Sports. It should be on my Fight Pass, but
everyone knows where Warren Heitman.
If that's
Dab will love us now.
They're the sort of fights that you should be fucking opening a card with. Like, the heck, Warren's good at matchmaking fucking fights when he wants to be. Like, he's far better than him. Him just wants like 2-round fucking knockouts, so the casuals pull the heat off it, run to get fucking 14 pints of fucking water, and then come back out to watch fucking shit again. But it was a bit of fucking tear up that. It's obviously like no something I would want to sit and fucking watch every day of my life, but. The English super middle.
See, no, I'd like that.
No, right, sorry. I keep thinking it was that fucking Woodstock. No, I did watch this fucking fight. It was good.
Go off your cunt, you. I'm not having this. You're fucked. You're absolutely fucked.
This was basically like Chisora and White. That's what I did say at the weekend. It was sloppy as fuck, but it was good to watch.
Yeah, it's good fun, isn't it? Like when you're getting an English title fight, you're obviously not going to be expecting Vargas Alida, but you get good fights, and that's all you can ask in it. Two people left everything in that ring for an English title.
But that's the thing. There's no hype there at all. It's just two guys that go at it, and as you say, we know what the level is. It's not world championship boxing as Hearn and that like to promote. It's an English level title. They left it all in the ring. Had a right good tear up. I'm not sure how many more wars either of those guys can have like that, because that's fucking damaging.
Smile,
but it was fun to
Smile's
watch.
been in a fair few decent fights, though. I've seen him a couple of times. He's good. But yeah.
Kurt Sidzi and Langford.
Langford got sent to hell, man.
I've seen a lot of people. Well, I say a lot of people. I've seen Sai, I think it was, say that Langford won the first 4 rounds, and he might have won 3 of them. He might have won. He was winning the rounds but losing the fight, if you know what I mean.
He wasn't winning the. All right, we'll agree to disagree. I don't really want to debate over it, but I didn't think he was winning the rounds.
Well, you can. He was fighting Kurt Sidzi's fight from the first 10 seconds of that. He was getting chased around and peppered with shots, but I thought he was just outclassed straight away and knocked out.
Yeah.
Simple as that. It was what everyone expected it to be.
Yeah.
I like Kurt Sidzi. Again, he's not very talented. He's crude, but he's fun to watch.
But he could be a nightmare for Saunders, you know.
If Saunders is on his game, then if Saunders is back to his best, then Saunders wins.
Saunders is never at his best, though. We always hear this. It's like, oh, what?
No. But if he's not, if he comes half as bad as he was against Akavov, he gets put to sleep.
Yeah, but
how do you pronounce his name? Is it Kazi?
Kurt Sidzi.
Kurt Sidzi.
Oh, not Kazi. That's a shame. That's killed my neck.
But Saunders is going to gas at some point, and when he does, he's going to get fucked.
I thought Langford. I think he should be an arse on Langford. I was quite impressed with how he fought that fight.
No, but he was like, I'm not saying he was like, I'm not just saying, oh, he was a fucking muppet for the entire fight. He got smashed, but he didn't embarrass himself. But he wasn't fucking winning. He didn't win 4 rounds.
I actually thought his tactics were really good and brave, actually, because a lot of people will just go and just pop the jab. But he wasn't doing that. He was throwing combinations. He was throwing 3 and 4 punches, and then he was spinning out. Every time his back touched the ropes, he tried to get out of there. And then every time he engaged, it wasn't just a single shot. He was throwing 3s and 4s, and you could tell that it was a matter of time. And I think the first round he got clipped with a left hook.
That's the point I'm trying to make. He was winning rounds but losing the fight.
Yeah, you knew which way it was going to go. But that left hook, I think it might have been like the first 20 seconds or something. That should have been like the warning sign. So you've got to keep that right hand like close to your chin. But I thought like he wasn't. I didn't think he was in defensive mode from the start. He tried to get on the front foot. He tried to be proactive. He threw his combos, and I did think he's probably going to gas eventually because he put in a lot of work in. But I'll give him credit for not going out there and just trying to be safe and trying to just hide behind his jab and see it out. He actually went there with a positive game plan, and I'll give him a lot of credit for that. But as for that Kazi, I'm going to call him Kazi. He is terrible, and also he's got like no neck, so he's all head. So it probably hurts when you punch his head. He's got like a massive head, and it's just like he's just head and he's head and shoulders. So I actually think it's probably not bad. It's probably not bad preparation for a Golovkin fight. Not that he fights the same way, but you're going to need to throw combinations and not pivot off the front foot and stuff. It's probably not a bad fight as prep, to be fair.
Kaczynski is absolute fucking trash. He fights like Provodnikov. He was thrown haymaker. It was like Provodnikov and fucking Chris Eubank Jr. The way he was throwing a fucking hook about 20 yards away. He was made to look an absolute fucking amateur against Antoine Douglas. Maybe it's just because like styles, but Langford made him look absolutely fucking awful. And there's one thing here. Saunders has been in with Andy Lee, and I would fucking easily put money on Andy Lee punches harder than Kaczynski.
But it's not about that single punch power. It's fucking sustained pressure. And Andy Lee was fucking pretty shit against fucking.
But Saunders has boxed for 12 rounds. Saunders has boxed for 12 rounds and beat people. I do not think it's hard to beat this fucking Kaczynski. Remember, Ndam beat him off, and Ndam's a mover.
I don't think it's hard to beat Kurt Sidzi, but if Billy Joe's not in the shape to do it, he will lose.
That's the point.
I know you haven't watched that Akavov fight, but he was so fucking bad.
No, but
so bad.
But he said he was bad in that. He knows he was bad in that fight. But I mean, you guys told me before, because I'd never seen this Kazi fella, and I'd been told that he was like decent and he wasn't a cruiserweight.
We didn't tell you that.
He was not even as good as a cruiserweight. He weren't great to watch at all. Like technically, he was pretty bad. But
no, but
he'd probably been exciting fights, because if you put him with someone who he's got more power than, it's like a chase fight, isn't it?
You know how he's so bad as well. He's always he doesn't stand at an angle. He's so fucking in front of the guy. So like, he just walks like a zombie trying to get to the boxer. Like he was just walking like I thought he played for Rangers, the zombie bastard. We all know that fucking Saunders is out of shape, right? And we all do eye, but if it's like fucking Tyson Fury, and if he comes back and he fights at his peak, he absolutely schools him. We don't know if Saunders does that. But I tell you, if Saunders does come back in the condition he's been in, like against like Andy Lee and the like Eubank, I think he absolutely fucking makes this climb look like a mug.
Yeah, but all I'd worry about Saunders is, we know his gas tank ain't great, so I don't doubt for a second for 5 or 6 rounds he'll be schooling him, boxing, moving, but eventually he's going to start to slow down, because he's probably not going to knock this guy out, and you kind of do worry if that goes down a stretch.
The conspiracy theorist
might close the gap.
The conspiracy theorist in me, if that Kurt Sidney Saunders fight was literally announced after and signed, it was a tiny little ring, I kind of think Langford was set up to get knocked out.
I said that he was, though, in the build-up to Andy Patterson, I think. I said that Langford's just been sacrificed by Frankie, but whatever.
That's fucking brutal. I hope he got paid for it.
Right, anyway, do you want to go to Liverpool now and let the rage build? Right, we'll do Rocky Field and John Ryder, and Sean Dodd at Appleyard, quite a good fight, nothing special. Dodd gritted his teeth, came back into it. That's that one done. But Ryder and Field.
Sorry, can I just butt in about Dodd? I just want to say quickly, I did mention this on Twitter. I actually like this fella.
Everyone does.
He's got a bit of b-hop about him, and just hear me out. Like when you watch him for a right hand, he follows in with his head. He smothers the opponent's work. He's really quite a clever fighter in how he sort of defends against his own offense. And I mentioned this. We'll talk about this about the art of inside fighting is lost, and it's almost similar to what Berto was trying to do at Porter. Like I don't know why no one uses an uppercut against him, because he fights so low. I don't know why they don't try and work his body a bit more. But like his footwork ain't great, but he's really clever with how he moves and where he positions himself when he throws shots. He's a right awkward little fucker. I'm quite interested to see where he can go. I don't know whether Eddie Hearn's going to try and manufacture him a world title shot or something at some point. But just want to give a shout out to him. He's decent, good. He's good. He uses what he's got really well, and I like him. So
everybody likes him. He's like one of them, in inverted commas, like Rocky stories, isn't he? Come from nothing, sold a few tickets, beat Buckland, got robbed off corridor.
Dodd. Mash of the Dodd.
Rocky Field and John Ryder. Fielding's absolute shite. He's spindly as fuck. He needs to move up to light heavyweight, because that is killing him to make that weight.
He is shit. And Fielding, and people got the tit. Well, one person got the tit on about me saying it to him. John Ryder fucking blew it for himself again. He did it again. He's done it before. He'll do it again if it happens. He needs to retire. There's no point in fucking carrying on. He had the fight there. He could have won it. He decided, not fucking Tony Sims, not the referee, not the judges. He decided that he didn't want to fucking put that extra bit of pressure in. He didn't want to fucking go for it. So it cost himself a fight. That's it. It was a close fight. It's not a robbery either way. I know fucking obviously that cult Ryder who I'm just going to say otherwise, but he wasn't robbed. He wasn't robbed. There was too many close rounds. He kept leaving enough doubt in each round. And Rocky Fielding is abysmal. But like Jamie Cox had walked through both of them on the same night, and I don't rate Jamie Cox.
I don't think John Ryder needs to retire personally, because his problem is more mental than anything. Because
where does he go then?
He's almost.
He can't keep doing this though. You can't keep having fights and then just and not fucking putting that extra bit in and fucking putting the stamp on it and then losing by a bit.
But I think his problem's more mental, which you could potentially overcome. I think
he can't come over this stuff now. He's not a 22-year-old fucking wet behind the ears.
He's only 28. He's got time. What I think summed up his whole career for me was in round 10. He had Rocky Fielding all over the place. He looked like he had him hurt. He was doing that, creating room to whip shots into the body. And then in the 11th round, I thought, right, Come on,
Yeah,
then, let's
this
put the
is
foot
what
on the
I'm saying.
gas. And he completely gave the first minute and a half away, and then sort of had a little try, and then just backed off again. And I just thought, you've just given round 11 away. You've had the guy on the ropes, and the next round you just let him have it, and that kind of summed up his career for me. Those 2 rounds, 10 and 11, right there.
I just honestly, I can't like it. You can defend him with some things, but I'm sorry, you've got to want it, and he doesn't want it. He might say he wants it, but he doesn't actually want it. It's evident now.
I thought his tactics was quite good. He just needed to do more of it. If he
It's the
put
same
10%,
every
if he
time.
put 10% more effort in, he would have won that fight with
It's
no
just-
doubt at all.
Yeah, but it's the
It'd
same.
stopped him as well.
Yeah.
But if he'd have put again when he fought Billy Joe, if he'd have done the same then and put that extra little bit in, then he'd have won that. Like
The
Blackwell
problem
is Blackwell, whatever. The Armfield fight, he got robbed, but again, he should have fucking been doing more. It's just the same story over and over and over again. You can't keep doing it and then coming back and doing the same thing. It's done for him. It is.
Macho, the problem with you saying that he can come again, come back, is he's going to be in the away corner again. He's probably going to do the same thing again and not get a decision.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
but we're not talking about we're not. It's a difficult road back, but we're not talking about a shot fighter. We're talking about a fight. I think anyway, there's something just not right in his head. I'm not saying he's like fucked up like Brian, but I mean, like there's just something missing where he's got it in his lock. I don't think he can be a world beater, but those fights that he lost, he could have easily won all them if, as you say, 10% more. So he's got to either go to a trainer or do something that can find that 10%. So I wouldn't say you can carry on. I think
you can do this if you haven't been acting like this for fucking 3 or 4 years. He's been acting like this since Billy Joe. It's 4 years he's been, and he's always been either fighting with himself. You can't. He's been doing it for too long. You can't reverse that now. He's in that habit. He's in that mindset. It's pointless. It is honestly. It's pointless. What's he going to go and do? Go and pick up another stupid international belt and then go and get beat when he steps it up again because he don't want to get that extra bit. Like it was there against Etchers. He did the same against Etchers as well. He might have won it, but he could have stopped him at any given moment, but he didn't want to. I might be being a bit harsh, but sometimes it is just the fucking cold light of day. That's where we're at. Side don't agree with me, and I think he got a bit it's because I said it. Whatever. Pop's definitely got the tit on when I said it to him, but that's just the way I see it. And
Brian,
Aye.
You there? What did you watch it?
I watched around it, then I realised it was shite.
You did the right thing. I only carried on watching it because it was John Ryder and like Pops, and so I love him, so I thought I'd carry on with it. But it wasn't an exciting fight at all. And I agree with both of you and Macho, but he should carry on, but then he's going to do the same thing over and over again. So you're both right, but there we go. Right, anyway, do you want to have a moment's silence before we talk about the War of the Ages?
I just want to make a point out. Right, John Ryder's an absolute fucking bum, right? I didn't get to say this right, because Sidesy is basically like an Eddie Hearn fighter, isn't it? Look, we all talk about like fucking banter or not, but he has got a bit of power about him. He does seem to be a bit of a funny cunt, man. He does seem to be a bit mental. Sidesy, so hopefully that's on this fight does happen in July anyway, but we can get him back. He sounds fucking mental, right? But John Ryder. John Ryder went for fucking 1 round away from beating Saunders for the British title to just going fucking seriously downhill.
Yeah.
I get mental as well. I think he's a confidence fighter, but I don't think that Hearn's done him fucking any good. The way they totally fucking discarded him after losing to Saunders.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I was going to mention that he has been kind of just fucking lobbed, hasn't he?
Aye.
Yeah, but
that's
all right, and that's to some degree, but not in every single fucking fight, man. And it's every single fight. It's just honestly, it's just rinse and repeat with him.
Who's he trained by? Has he always
Tony
been trained by?
Sims.
Has he always been trained by Tony?
No, I can't remember who it was before, but look, it's not down to the trainer though this time. Because he was doing things, he was doing the right fucking thing, so the game plan was there, and then he just stopped doing it. Like, I mean, a trainer can't do much about that. And Tony Sims is not a fucking good trainer. But what is he supposed to do if a guy?
No, what I'm saying is he's clearly got something. Like I said, I don't think he's going to be a world, but he's got something about him. But You just need to unlock it. Some maybe a different trainer can get something out of him.
Look, David Price has got something, but he's mentally fragile as fuck. No one makes.
He's made a glass as well, though. That don't help.
Well, fucking Ryder's not exactly the most sturdy cunts. He got fucking sent to hell by Blackwell. But look, there's no excuses to be made for fucking Ryder. Him having confidence issues in an excuse. It's all on him. He was doing the right things, and then he'd stop doing it.
Right, anyway, let's move on from Ryder.
Let's talk about Saving Private Ryan.
Let's talk about the bridge over the River Kwai.
What a scumbag Martin Murray is.
This was one of the, I only watched from round 4 onwards, so the first 4 rounds could have been a war for all I know. Because I was watching Kirk City send Langford to hell. But the 8 rounds I did see was 8 rounds of misery.
Martin,
did we not say this last week on last week's pod?
Everyone who knows everyone who knows a little bit about boxing and these two knew it was never going to be a war.
Let's call the cunt out, and we don't. Well, we do it. Fuck it, Jamie Buckton, you fucking little arse wipe.
It wasn't just him though. There was loads of them.
But he was the main one doing it, and then got his fucking pants in a bunch, fucking calling everyone a mag or whatever. You little fucking shit. You were wrong again. You know, fuck all. Fuck all.
Brian made a great point about this a few weeks ago in the WhatsApp, saying that the only reason everyone thinks Rosado is into war is because he bleeds a lot. But he's not. He's actually a boxer. He moves about a bit. He tries to jab. He's nothing special.
Good little counter-puncher as well at times. I think Hearns. I don't actually think Hearns lying this time. I actually think he must have just read it wrong because, as we talked about last week, anyone who's seen them two fight knows that it's not going to be a war. So I don't know whether he hasn't seen.
You can't read that wrong. He's seen Martin Murray fight fucking plenty of times. Martin Murray throws 3 punches a week.
No, I know, but I don't think. What I'm saying is, I don't think Hearn was lying. I actually think he believed what he was saying was true.
He can't have believed what he was saying.
He has to have done though because it's fucking never going to be a war.
How can he just look? It's not logical. He can't believe that. He saw Martin Murray just. He can't. How can he believe that? He saw Martin Murray slow his own fucking dick against Abraham who don't throw punches. He's like, nah.
Right, I'm going to say it. Fuck it, I'm going to say it. If Martin Murray put as much effort into fucking his fights as he did when he was used to fighting in kebab shops, he'd be fucking winning a world title by now. I
was going to say that if you didn't, so yeah, but it is right. But anyway, Martin Murray lost on Saturday. Them judges are a fucking joke, man. Murray was shit. Murray was absolutely fucking pathetic. Where he carried on after was even worse. He's an absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace. Fuck him.
Well, to add a bit of balance, as we said last week, I think Peter Fury summed up Martin Murray quite well when he said that, he just doesn't fight when he needs to. When he gets down the stretch and you need to stop being a boxer and just start fighting, he doesn't do it. But I actually thought he did nick it. I don't think it was a major robbery. I only saw it from round 5 onwards actually, and I thought he
didn't see 4 rounds, but you
yeah, what I'd seen because I had the iPad playing from Sky Go, and then I was watching Box Nation, the Kazi fight, and I was kind of sort of glancing at that fight during the rounds, during the breaks, like a minute. So I thought what I'd seen,
Murray did fuck all. He was doing fuck all really. He was just trying to. He literally was just trying to fucking get the rounds by shoe shining. But
he was hurting 11 and 12 as well.
Yeah, like honestly. I just don't get it, man. Stop fucking pumping money into people like Martin Murray. Just get rid of him. He's not a mank. He's not a scouser.
How many tickets do you reckon they sold? Because there weren't many tweets going through the air and saying about that the atmosphere was completely.
It was all the lights were off from the start, and there was curtains and shit down. So that answers your own question. But whatever. He's a joke. That guy.
Right. Let's see with regards to Murray. Murray's he's like a poorer version of Arthur Abraham, right? And Gabe Rosado, and he said, just because he bleeds, he thinks he's in wars, but he's not. It's because he's fucking his face is as thin as shit, so he just bleeds all the time, right?
He didn't even bleed though, did he?
No, it got cut after the fight though. Gabe Rosado put a hat on and it cut all his fucking head up and fucking punches more out than fucking Martin Murray.
The one that is with Gabe Rosado is people think just because he's a Philly fighter, he's like some sort of fucking inside like brawler, but he's not. He's a boxer at heart. He's a mover. See if you watch him in every fucking single fight, he tries to box and move. You watch him against Golovkin, there's your ideal opponent. If you're a fucking guy that goes to war, you stand there and train with Golovkin. He tried to box and move. He didn't look that bad against Golovkin. Golovkin absolutely fucking brutalised him, but he didn't look that bad. He is a good mover. He's just not a fucking really good fighter. You know
Fuck's sake, what? Oh shit, I forgot I weren't on mute. But Eddie Hearn, someone's just tweeted Eddie Hearn again, saying, please could he put thought into bringing out a new boxing console game? That's supposed to be on for 10 years. He's like, oh, I'm on it.
There is one. There is a sim game because I play it. It's called Root Boxing. Good.
Yeah, but why the fuck would you tweet Eddie Hearn to fucking bring one out?
Why are we talking about Eddie Hearn getting a tweet?
Oh, fuck knows. No, carry on whinging about Murray. Who's a scumbag?
I think like Rosado maybe gets down like kind of like. I'm not saying he's like technically as good as Prescott, but Rosado could have probably won a world title if he was fucking over the right way. See if Rosado was with Eddie Hearn, he'd have probably fucking got my world title or something like that. Where that fucking slimy bastard is because he's not the worst fighter.
You know, Rosado could have fought Bundrich though at 154 and decided to fight Triple G at 160.
That's ballsy. See, if you look at Rosado's, I hate Rosado. I really do hate him. I don't know what you know how you just get one of the hatreds for something you don't know what it is. It is with Rosado, but you look at Rosado's resume. This fucker's been in with every cunt. He's not been knocked out or fuck all like that. He's either been stopped with cuts and it's just one of the ones, you've took enough. He's fucking ballsy. He can take a fucking doing, but I don't know if it's like he talks like an absolute hard man, but looks like a fucking. He does look gay.
He's one of them cholo gangsters, I bet, is he?
Oh, he's getting step off. That's a handball. Eyes off. Anyway. So Team Sexy. I didn't watch the fight either because I knew how fucking shite it would be. I turned it over in the last round, and Rosado were fucking winning the rounds. Rosado was making Murray look fucking absolutely stupid. So
I've got a serious question for everyone. So, what do we think the end goal is for Hearn with Martin Murray now? Because he sort of mentioned about he wouldn't mind getting the Billy Joe Saunders fight, which is just not going to happen. Where does Martin Murray manoeuvre from here? No one care?
This is Eddie Hearn's fucking ideal thing, isn't it? Like he'll no match his guys against Warren unless it's some cunt he wants out the fucking door. Because Billy Joe Saunders would absolutely fucking like he will only fight. They two will only fight either. They'd be fucking. They'd be like the mafia.
I said last week they're all just hanging around now, aren't they? Until Golovkin does move up, then it's going to be a scramble. Everyone will be fighting for different belts. It'll all be politics all over the place. Whoever's got enough of them stupid ranking belts will fight for one, and then another one will fight for another, and then no cunt will unify because they'll all be happy with one belt. And that'll be what it is, and then we'd all be saying, oh, it wasn't so bad when Golovkin had them all.
Oh, well, fuck it.
Shall we go on to Femi?
Yeah, let's move on.
Right, Ryder is a fucking bum though. Any cunt is listening, Ryder's a bum. Gary Lockett thought his boy out fucking with just a wee fucking cut pussy. Ricky Burns had a broken jaw for 10 fucking rounds. Pussy. Carry on.
Oh well. Let's move on.
Right then, now this is being billed as the biggest fight in British boxing history.
Sorry, it's been actually tabbed as the biggest fight in boxing history. Not just
really?
Yeah, there's people fucking gone full retard today.
What are they basing that on? Are they basing it on ticket sales?
Yeah, but why is this bigger? Like, I don't understand. And I started saying it last week. I'm going to fucking say it now. This is fucking a man who hasn't fought in 18 months and got schooled to fuck last time. Whether Fury or clean or whatever, who gives a fuck, he still did. Right? Against a guy who got fucking rocked to his fucking boots by Dillian White, who couldn't put a dent in a fucking shot Chisora. It's fucking ridiculous. This just shows you how hype can twist shit. Like, it's just mental. Absolutely fucking mental.
I mean, that aside, and we should try and break it down a bit technically as we go through it. But this is a big fight. There's no question about it. This is. I mean, Showtime and HBO doing a dual broadcast, only the third time ever. What was it? Tyson Lewis and Mayweather Pacquiao. Like, this is. There's no. I mean, we can hate Eddie Hearn as much as we want. This is a huge fight. Make no mistake about it.
I agree with you.
A huge fight. And also, I mean, you've got to look at it as well. This is AJ's coronation. Now, this is where he steps into the shoes of like the next like multi-millionaire superstar boxer, i.e., to take Floyd's spot. This is what all this is about. 90,000 fans at Wembley. Yeah, 1 million watching on pay-per-view. Showtime, HBO. This is a coronation of the next big thing.
Could be.
This is it could be. This is what this has been set up for. This is a huge fight.
If Femi loses this, it'll be the end of him. I'm telling you, he won't be able to. Like everyone says, he'll be able to come back. Will he fuck? Because when you've been built up to the level he's been built up,
what's interesting?
Gets fucking chinned like this. Because if he gets beat and they do a rematch, it's not going to be as big as this, and the aura around him is going to be gone. So this is it. It's fucking shit or bust now.
Well, what's interesting about this fight is, and I kind of make you right to a point. He's not finished. He'll come back, but this ain't just one man v one man. He's got sponsors. He's got advertisers. He's got Matchroom. He's got Sky. He's got Showtime. He's got HBO. He's got the US networks. He's got his brand. He's got his if he's got his aspirations to have his own like Femi promotions, like everything is on this fight. Not saying it all goes away if he loses, but he can say all he wants about it's just me be another man. It ain't. There's so much, and there's no pressure on Vlad. It is all on AJ, all of it on him, and we don't know how he's going to fucking handle that.
He's getting overconfident. He's looking past it. He's looking past it. There's a few things I've sort of noticing. He's definitely looking past this. He thinks it's just another fucking walk in the park. All this is another fucking absolute fucking cunt move by Hearn, thinking it's like this is what they did with Crawler for the Linares. They thought Linares had passed it. They could beat him and fucking build it up to be some absolutely fucking immense win, and it bit him on the arse. And I think it might happen again. I really do. I don't think Joshua was obviously decent. He's obviously pretty good, but I do not. He's a million miles away from where all these hypes come from. Like,
what I'll say is, if Femi loses, this could be our fucking Broner, where just goes bad. It could badly off the rails. You could see fucking Femi fucking driving his car fucking wrecked, getting lifted, getting put in jail, end up getting deported. Probably fucking joining ISIS. You see him in a couple of years fucking doing mad videos on Nokia 3310s, fucking holding some fucking school teacher for fucking Swindon hostage somewhere, saying they're going to fucking chop him up. This is what we could be looking at here. It could be an absolute fucking massive meltdown, but I'm not going to rage about the fight the way AJ is, man. As I says, the fight by yesterday, I'm still as high as a kite for that game. I'm all fucking love. I'll not watch any of the build-up to this. I'll not watch any of the undercard. I'll tune in for the main event. I'm picking Joshua to win, mainly on the fact is I've came to accept that Femi's he's going to win, and if he loses, then so be it. But if he wins, at least I know I've expect all that shit. But what I'm only do is I'll do what I do every other time. A Hearn fighter wins. As soon as the fucking bell, like if the referee stops it and it goes to 12 rounds and it says and still or whatever, I turn it straight over. I don't need the fucking the free for all that happens after. I don't need fucking Eddie Hearn jumping in there and kidding on his. You know how I don't know if Hearn like fucking when he jumps into a ring, he's got a hole in his pocket and he pulls out a couple of pubes and that's how he can get some fake tears to come up. No, he's always fucking. It's because he's so happy. Aye, because of the money, you wee fucking creep. Like, you're a Tory bastard. Like, Ainsley, you absolutely fucking iced Matchroom earlier on with regards to, like, now openly fucking selling, like,
well, yeah, what's the... Let me get the thing up, because I can't...
Yeah, I'm surprised that tweet's still up, to be fair, because, I mean, he's always harping about we just provide base value, but you're promoting that, because I had a look earlier. It's 108 quid, the cheapest ticket.
So what they did, they tweeted like some little shitty video. This is the Matchroom official account said, he's ready to you. There's still time to buy your tickets to Saturday's fight at StubHub. Then put the link. So I tweeted at first and said, wait up, is it not sold out? And then I just thought, actually, fuck this, I'm going in. So I just said, well, you banged to rights here because if it's sold out, there should be none, and you're scamming people. If it's not sold out, then you've lied.
Well, clearly
So
what's
which
happened
one
is,
is it?
StubHub. There's a load of tickets that StubHub haven't managed to shift, and this is a push to try and get some through the door. But just very quickly, because I don't want to raise too much about StubHub. Brian, about not watching the build up, I'm watching it all. I'm going to watch all the build up shows. This is a big fight, and I'm going to try and compartmentalise my dislike for Matchroom and Hearn and their whole stable and everything they stand for. But I'm actually looking forward to this week. It's going to be unbearable. It's going to make me rage, but it's a big fight. And, fight weeks are good. When there's those, I'll just, the Mayweather Hatton and Mayweather Canelo, Mayweather Pacquiao. I know there's a lot of retards about it, but the big fight weeks are good, man. I'm going to try and enjoy it as much as I can and just pray to God that Vlad ain't shot.
I'm with you on this. I really like the fight. I think it's brilliant. It's a ballsy move from them. But with the heavyweight division, and they've already sort of gone down the road that it might be too soon for him, so they'll just play that card if he does lose. He's nowhere near finished if he loses. It'll take a few more losses to derail that train.
It's a major dent though, because
it's the level of it.
Major dent if he loses.
You right, and I know what they're going to do, and I'll fucking guarantee you, Sunday morning if he's lost, you know what they're just going to wheel out? Oh well, all he got fucking beat. That bit first, but anyway, if he gets beat, you can't. It's like when Tyson got beat, he weren't finished, but he couldn't be marketed like he was before because they were just making out, well, no one can fucking touch him, and then he got fucking smashed. And it's like, well, shit, what do we do now?
I honestly believe that if he loses, he's finished, because this is a guy that is 18 months older and get absolutely fucking schooled off of Fury. There is no coming back for this. Hearn's a pragmatist, right? He rarely takes fucking risks like this, so he must.
It's the Linares gamble again. This is what it is, but it's just bigger stakes.
I think I do kind of agree, but I was thinking this today. Like, I never want to say anyone's finished, and he's only 28. But yeah, there's no doubt about it. It will take a huge dent because, as I said, this ain't one man be one man. This is the fucking this is to be the biggest star in British sport and one of the biggest stars in world boxing. Like, if he loses this, like, he has got a lot on the line here. Those US networks, they ain't going to be fucking running around with an open checkbook if he loses. Right.
Let's try and compare it like in recently comparable terms, yeah? So look at Canelo, and he was massive still before he fought Floyd. He fought Floyd and got fucking schooled out of sight, but he fought the guy who was the best in the sport by a mile and did not marketed Canelo as some unbeatable fucking second coming of our league.
Not 152 anymore.
But whatever, right? So you can come back from that. You can't fucking get beat off an old man who's just got schooled to fuck and not done up for ages, man. Like, I don't know about how you hype it and how you fucking twist it. That stain doesn't fucking disappear.
Oh look, he's never gonna. If he loses, he's never gonna be able to shake that. It's always gonna be there. It's always gonna be.
But I think
like the Corey Sanders type thing. It's whether he goes on a 10-year unbeaten streak. But I wouldn't say he needs to retire and jack it in.
He's not stuck. I don't think Vlad's stuck with the Corey Sanders thing because he's got decent wins.
Yeah, he has stuck with the Corey Sanders thing. Everyone says Vlad's chinny. Corey Sanders beat him. Everyone says that.
Idiots say it. Idiots say it.
Who didn't say it?
I say idiots say it. Fucking.
Oh yeah, well that's what they are, isn't it? It ain't going to take much to rebuild Femi if he loses and he don't get bowled over in a round.
You know for a fact, right? And you've seen what the contracts are. If Vlad fucking irons him out, he's going to fucking say, "Well, we'll have a rematch then."
Apparently there is a rematch clause.
Yeah, there is.
Both guys have got it, and either guy can activate it no matter what. So, like, Vlad's doing it again. Then if Vlad irons him out again, and he gets fucking twatted twice.
Oh right, if he goes with the David Price thing, if he gets chinned twice, then that's a big problem. But it depends how he gets beat. If he does get beat, if they do the rematch or not. If he gets sparked early,
I think if he gets schooled, it is worse than him getting blasted out.
Yeah, it is. If he loses a point decision, it's much worse.
So basically, Hearn needs to fucking hope if he gets beat, he gets chinned, and hope he doesn't get chinned late when he's already miles behind. So like Femi, even if Femi knocks him out, but he's been getting fucking schooled on points, is a bad look. It's not a good look.
No. Let's quickly try and break this down a bit. Sorry, if you don't mind me asking, who thinks was the Tyson Fury fight? I can put that to one side for Vlad because Tyson Fury, awkward movement, You know, his weird punch output got on his head, to completely fucked up Vlad. And I think those mind games count for something when Tyson does it. But it's the Jennings fight beforehand. He didn't look great in that fight. So he kind of looked an Asian fighter then, and we're talking like 2 years ago from the Jennings fight. Where do you guys sit? Is Vlad? Is he shot? Is he gun shy?
Okay,
or it was because both Jennings can move a little bit. He's not a great mover, but he can shift around a bit.
He can.
And Fury's obviously good on his feet. Is it just that Vlad couldn't establish his jab, and that's why he looked bad, or is he? Do you guys think he's gun shy and shot?
Maybe, but
a bit of both.
Yeah,
for fuck's sake, give me something more concrete than that.
He's obviously not the he's obviously not the fighter he was, is he? You don't have to be a rocket scientist to work that out, or Spencer Fear and the knowledge to see that he's not the fighter he was. But is he still good enough to beat a manufactured boxer like Femi?
Yeah.
Maybe he is. Maybe he's not. That's the intrigue, isn't it? That's why everyone is interested in the fight. If it was the Vlad of 5 years ago fighting Femi, it's a routine defense.
Yeah, I agree with that.
This is what I mean. Because we haven't seen Vlad since he got schooled off Tyson, and he did have that good 12th round. And Banks on that Bunsen Costello podcast said the only reason they're still carrying on is because that 12th round showed them they've still got something. So who knows? Vlad obviously don't think he's done.
What do you think about Vlad's comments? I can't work out if it's a good or bad comment or not. So I'm trying to proper overanalyze this. He said something along the lines of, I need to do this to see if I've still got it. So part of me was thinking, well, does that mean he doesn't know that he's got it anymore, and this could be really bad for him, or is it a good thing that he wants to prove to himself that he can still do it? I'm kind of veering on the side that's a negative comment.
I think it's a good thing.
What do you guys think?
Because he's not. If he was saying anything else than that, then, or he's doing it because he wants to. He's not doing it for cash. And if he was doing it for cash, then he wouldn't care if he gets knocked out. But he's quite a proud man. That's why he wanted the Fury rematch straight away. He's not an idiot, and he's not just going to go in there thinking he's going to get bowled out.
So
he obviously thinks he can win.
Do you think that if he thought he was gun shy, what you're saying is he wouldn't be taking it?
Because he's got no need to, has he? He's got no need to at all. He's got that beautiful wife at home. He's minted. He's got no reason to come over and get his shit pushed in. There's no reason, even if he gets like 10 million out of it, he doesn't need the money.
Oh.
So he's doing it purely because he believes he can win, and that's a good thing in my eyes.
But is this a wrestling thing? I know I shouldn't think of this, but like in wrestling, they say you've got to go out on your back. You've got to pass the torch. You've got to put someone else over. You know, Undertaker Reigns, they've got to put someone over. Is Vlad? Is he the sort of guy that says, right, I've got to? Because Fury's ballsed it all up, and he's like, I've got this 10-year. I'm the most dominant heavyweight. Is he? I don't know. I'm part of me thinking.
No, I don't think he gives a fuck.
Work. No, he's not trying to think he's going to.
No, I don't think he cares about that either. I think he's purely doing it to prove to himself that, well, in a way, if you still got it, he said he still did, and Banks said he still did because that 12th round with Fury. So that's what we have to wait and see. You'll be able to tell earlier on if he's still got nothing. If that jab's ramrodding in Joshua's face, then I think it's going to be a long, long night for him. But
I've seen people saying that Joshua's best chance is to try and fucking wreck him early. If he tries to do that, he's going to get fucked.
Yeah, but he's at the same time, I don't think Vlad has to be anywhere near what he was to outbox Femi over 12 rounds.
He doesn't.
I do think they might have a little raid up. I think, you know, I'm trying to not overlook Rob McCracken like I did to Dave Caldwell in the Haig Bellew fight. But Rob McCracken's a good trainer. He's been around Femi a long time. He'll know his limitations, and I do kind of think that they will be a little bit worried about the gas tank. I don't think he'll go really aggressive early, but I wouldn't be shocked. I think he'll have a little raid up. I think in the first 1 or 2 rounds he'll have a little go, try and put a combo together, do like a 10-20 second burst to see what's there, and then maybe fall back. But I don't think he's going to come out fucking swinging. I think that's just too fucking brave. Too much at stake to take that sort of a risk.
Brian, how do you see the fight going? You've obviously said you think Femi wins, but how do you think he wins? Is he fucked off?
He can't have because he's doing the thing. He might have for a minute. But look, right, if Femi wins, but this is the thing where everyone's like, oh, well, you've got to give fucking Femi credit if he wins. We've got to see what fucking state Vlad's in first.
Right,
and you've got to see how everything... So for any sort of outcome, right, so like, we've got to see how the fight plays out. We can't just start saying, you all got to fucking give Femi credit if he wins.
I'm going to say a cunt, so I made a little list, right? So I was thinking that if you put this into a simulator, right, everything we know about both fighters, I think Vlad wins. like more often than not, he wins. It's probably what we don't know, as we talked about. Like, so we don't know how good AJ actually is. We don't know how good his chin is or his gas tank. We don't know if he can cope with the pressure either. As for Vlad, like, we just don't know whether what he's got left in the locker. Is he shot? Is he gun shy? But I made a bit of a list. I'm going to try and read it without sounding like a robotic spastic. But so Vlad, like, we know he can do the rounds. He's got a better jab. He's got better footwork. He's got a better defense. He's probably got a better control of like distance and range. He's more experienced. He's a better spoiler as well, which I think is going to be important.
He's got more power.
Well, the power, I was like, I couldn't work out who hits harder, but I don't.
Oh,
AJ definitely doesn't have
are you for real?
Hang on. Hear me out. I'm talking about right now, as of today, now, because AJ doesn't have knockout.
Power's the last thing to go.
Yeah, they say that, but I never really buy that.
It's still
look at Randall Bailey and stuff like that.
I don't care about Randall Bailey. I'm talking about Vlad. If he can't pull the trigger, then it don't matter how much power he's got.
Yeah, but
that's true. But
so I'll put both
but that's not the point that you made. You didn't make that point. You said
what's that?
What you said that he has that Femi probably hits harder. And it's
no, I never said that. I never said that. I said they both got legit power. I just not can put one over the other. I don't think Femi's got knockout power. I'm not sure whether Vlad still has that power of his gun shy. But hang on, let me just keep going. AJ, younger, fresher, he's more explosive, has more speed. I think he's a better combination puncher. Probably a better finisher. I'll say he's a better finisher. Decent power as well. In terms of their question marks, both got maybe question mark over the chin. Vlad's definitely got a better stamina. AJ hasn't. So if you put all that stuff into a fucking simulator, give all that stuff to an actuary and go, right, give me some fucking major whiz kid analysis, put all this into every sort of scenario you can, throw in the variables like age and chin and gas tank. What comes out? I think Vlad comes out. And I can't shake as well that Dylan White.
That's the thing.
Dylan White has rocked him, and we've seen him with Chisora. And look how bad Fury made Chisora look. And
but it's like,
he's not anyone like Femi.
Yeah, but Chisora was fucking literally just stood there, just eating punches off of him because he was that fucked he couldn't move, and they weren't moving him. Like, it's mental.
So what I'm saying is, so if anyone picking AJ, if you go through the list of the stats, what we do know, and if you're okay, you're saying that he hits harder, fine, and we'll take that. How can we pick? How can anyone pick AJ to win this?
Because you don't know what Vlad's got.
No, but if you're picking AJ, you're picking AJ because you either think AJ's much, much, much better than we've ever seen him, right? Or you think Vlad's done.
No, but he doesn't. He doesn't need to be better than we think he is for him to beat Vlad if he's got nothing left.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's still got. Yeah, but that's why I'm saying it's got to be the latter. Because I don't think you can have any fucking impression that Femi's better than we've ever seen him. Or you are just one of the idiots, and the majority of people are going to like this, and I know it for a fact. Or you're just one of these idiots who thinks that he's the best boxer who's ever lived, and you've absolutely fucking no idea what you're looking at. Because most of the people in there on Saturday night will have absolutely no idea what they're looking at.
Don't worry about that. Let's worry about trying to.
But that's
I need this therapy now to try and see I'm going to pick someone, because another interesting thing. I think this is the first time I read this on a boxing forum actually, and I had a little look. This might be the first time Femi's ever fought a full-time professional boxer with a full-time camp. So Cornish, like Kingpin wasn't full-time, Cornish wasn't. Dylan White was just coming back. He didn't have the promotional setup or the training setup he's got. Charles Martin was just a fucking clown. He don't can. Brazil was like an ex-American football player. I don't think he'd been long in the game full-time. And Eric Molina was a school teacher 6 months before that, boxing full-time. So this is actually the first time he's fought someone who's got just as much. AJ's a bit like Ivan Drago in fucking Rocky V, and he's got all the best money can buy in terms of like training facilities, sports science, medical people, psychiatry. He's got everything he needs. But this is the first time he's fighting someone who's got the same level of like resources available to him. So I thought that was quite interesting actually. He's never really fought a full-time proper boxer. So, mate, is he jumping way too high in levels here? From Molina to Klitschko?
I think so.
Yeah, I have to agree that he's obviously jumping the levels, but this is where we find out if he's good enough to make that jump or he's not. And again, that's why it comes down to it being an intriguing fight. If it wasn't, we wouldn't be talking about it, and they wouldn't have sold as many tickets as they have.
I can't work out. I can't work out who I think is going to win or not, because I still just think that everything's set up, as we've mentioned before. This coronation, this is a new superstar of boxing, the new Floyd, the new, the money maker, the one who's going to sell pay-per-views like all over the world. this is all set up for him now. The pass the torch.
Yeah, but-
So how can you bet against the guy who's got all of that on his
But
side?
this isn't
work it out.
wrestling. This isn't wrestling. This is real shit. Wrestling's different.
Wrestling's real as well. So we don't want to go there.
You need to get those comparisons out of your head. This is not fucking people pretending to fight.
No, but this is what Eddie Hearn's done. The only reason this fight is happening, this what I'm saying is this has been set up for a person. I'm not saying it's set up as in Vlad's going to go and lay down, but this is what this fight. This is why it's been made. They think he's shot. They think he's finished, and this is his coronation. This is it. So
yeah, but this is what I mean. It's all you're looking at it and thinking, well, because they've done this, it means something. Don't mean fuck all. Like I'm saying, look at what they did with Linares, and they fucked that up big time. They fucking dropped the bullet there. And Herney's on an absolute terrible run of late. These guys are getting beat left, right, and centre.
He sacrificed everything for that belt you win, ain't he? He is fucking.
Oh, yeah.
He's given his stable up. The gods have taken something back. Oh fuck me, I just don't know. The Dylan White thing, just I can't get that out of my head.
And you can't explain that away either.
No.
That can't be explained away.
Well, all the sparring rumours as well.
Everyone's dropped him. Who hasn't?
Yeah, but
I don't. There's
I have
too many now.
Fucking Femi and Spawn.
Paddy McCourt beat him up. There's too many now for it not to be, for them not to be true, because everyone's coming out and saying he was dropped by him. So he obviously is chinny, but he addressed that in that Bunce and Costello podcast again. He said, "I'm not a gym fighter." But
what?
Yeah, he said, "I'm not a gym fighter in training. I don't look good." Blah 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 blah.
Oh,
It means he gets dropped in sparring, but brushes it off.
It doesn't. Yeah, but how could he say that? Because he hasn't looked good in the fucking. He hasn't had any proper opposition to look good against yet. So he can't go saying, "Oh, I'm shit in the gym, but I'm great under the lights." That's fucking bullshit.
He is starting to believe his own hype as well from some of the stuff he's been saying.
So you can't blame him or anyone else for that. You got to remember when you've got everyone. I mean,
but you got to stay humble, stay hungry, mate.
Yeah, I always say that about footballers. Yeah, you can't give a 16, 17-year-old 50 grand a week and expect them to be normal. They're going to be pricks. And I think when you've got someone like AJ, I know he's 28, he's not a teenager, but when you've got every single person that comes into your life telling you you're the best thing ever, after a while you're going to start believing that shit.
Yeah, but you know what? Everyone's just overlooks the main thing to do with Saturday. Can any of you guess what it is?
That we hope
not a clue.
No, not a clue. I'll spell it out for you. The Hearns killed Leighton Orient.
Oh, wouldn't it be good if Lad comes to the ring wearing a Leighton Orient shirt?
Oh my god! But look, you can pick Femi. It's fine to pick Femi. You can't fucking pick Femi if you've seen 3 fights in the last 12 years, all of them Femi fights, and you're just saying, "Oh well, Femi'd smash Fury and Fury beat him."
Can I say something really stupid? Sorry, go on, Brian. I've been rattling on.
Let me ask you my question. Like, other than like Femi's speed, which I think is actually fucking overhyped because of the opponents he's in against. He actually
he slows down quick as well.
His punches look fast because there's not a lot coming back. But see if you put him in with other guys. I think Fury's faster than him. Fury will not throw as many punches, but Fury with his jab that's fast. But I think basically the two of them are perfect opponents for each other because the two of them aren't great movers. The two of them kind of they're size wise.
They're not great movers, but Vlad's footwork is fucking on a different planet to Femi's footwork.
This is what I'm going to ask. What has Femi got? What sort of punches is it that Vlad's susceptible to that Femi's got that'll cause him trouble? What is the actual punches that's going to bother?
This is what we were talking about before. Is that he probably hasn't, but if Vlad is completely shot and he can't move his feet. And he can't get his own punches off, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but he can move his feet.
AJ can just close the distance.
Sort of gets overwhelmed. It's not one sort of shot that's ever took him out, is it? It's a volume. He gets overwhelmed, staggers about, and drops.
And Femi is a good combination puncher as well. He doesn't throw single shots. He ain't scared to let his hands go in bursts. He fights in bursts.
This is my opinion here. This all comes down to whether Vlad's prepared to throw punches or not. If he is shot to shit and he's just looking at a one punch, then Femi's going to absolutely ruin him. But see if he's prepared to punch for punch, where like like I keep calling him Femi all the time. I know people will get pissed off with that, but whatever.
That's his name.
What's his name?
You know, if he's trying to like maybe like counter him, if he's anticipating like Josh is going to fucking throw a punch, he throws it first. See if he's like proactive instead of reactive, then I think like he wins this fight, because like I think like Vlad's fucking gas tank is far superior as well, and I seen like Adam Abramovich saying, I hope this doesn't turn into a fucking jab and clinch fest. And like, to him and says, you've not watched that AJ fight then, have you? He's like, I have, but I've also watched a lot of Vlad. He's like, I will. Like, make no, like, I can't remember the reply, but it was like, don't think for a minute that fucking like he's going to be able to like clinch like and hold like. This guy is an absolute fucking monster. A professional. He's had over 60 fucking fights. He could clinch Fury. Fury was backing him off, backing him into the ropes and all that. Fury wasn't prepared to let him bully. But don't tell me for 1 minute here that fucking like Femi's this fucking absolutely brute just because of the size of him. He's not going to be able to get. He's not going to get grappled and fucking held off of Vlad. Vlad will hold any fucker. So. I don't know. It's a really tough one. Like just like pick me your fucking brain. It's just obviously you're going to have to go with Femi because he's younger. He's not as good a boxer as like Vlad, but age isn't as much an issue because it's like heavyweight. It's not much an issue. It's the inactivity. I don't go with the likes that he looked bad against like Jennings. Took with Ortiz, but Jennings isn't a bad fucking fighter. I think he'd give a lot of people problems because he is a constant fighter. Fury's just an anomaly. Fury is just an absolute fucking freak of nature, man. It just you will not get a guy that fucking size that's able to move like that.
Do you buy into the fact that maybe Vlad just completely overlooked Fury as a bit of a joke figure? Just some bar move.
No, I don't think so. I think it's too much for a pro. I'm not big on mind games, but I think Fury just fucked him up. Like, I think he just got massively in his head and fucked him up. I think Vlad's too fucking old in the tooth and too much of a pro to take anyone lightly, to be honest.
Wrong.
But I don't know. Yeah, I think AJ is pretty standard to prepare for, though. I think they know what they're going to get with him.
It's not going to be anything Vlad's not seen 100 times before, is it?
No.
But, and this, I can remember something. What was it? Paulie said it. I can't remember what it was now exactly, but it went.
Manny being on steroids.
Yeah, no, it went Froch fought Groves, and I can't remember what did he say now. It was something like when fights get tough, or when people start to get tired, the guy with the better technique always comes through because that's all you can rely on when you're tired or when it's getting tough. It's just the natural things. It's not stuff you have to think through. So if it gets to that point, fucking Vlad's got the better technique by fucking 100 times.
Yeah, do you know what I think? This is going to sound really stupid, right? This is one of those fights, I think, that once it's all said and done, it's going to be obvious. Like, it's going to be like, how did we not see that coming? Probably a bit like maybe Fury, Klitschko. I just think it's just going to be blatantly obvious after the event. And I was trying to think of fights similar. And I was thinking maybe like
Canelo and Floyd.
Well, it was only the Floyd haters that thought that would happen. Like that Canelo could win. I think the Floyd fans knew it was going to be a schooling. But I was thinking like Froch Butte, everyone was like, Froch is done. And then after it was like, well, we see fucking Butte's glass chin get shattered before. How did we not see that coming? And I definitely for Fury Vlad, it's like, how did we not see him schooling him for 12 rounds? I think this one might be a similar one where you just go, well, of course that was going to happen, whatever the outcome may be. That sounds stupid.
Aye, that's a good point. I actually think the boxers are bad for looking for excuses. And let's see if you probably mentioned this, but I had to get away. Like on the Rollin podcast, he says he just started. He was just getting so defensive because he was getting up to that like Joe Lewis fucking record, the defences. So instead of like just fucking trying to win fights, he was just maybe trying not to lose them.
Not to lose. I think he did a bit of that against Jennings. You could see that actually.
So I don't know whether maybe that is true or maybe he's just using that as an excuse. But as I say, I don't think the age is issue. It's inactivity. But then again, there is some people that. There is some styles of boxers that I believe that inactivity doesn't bother them. The likes of Ward, the likes of Floyd, I think these are the sort of guys that could come out. They're totally different fighters to Vlad, I get that, but some people just don't need to fucking stay active constantly to still be the same. I don't know. I'm picking fucking Femi anyway. Call me a casual you want. My picks have been absolutely disastrous this year, so you're hoping that it fucking stays this. I think the only one that I've actually got right is maybe Liam Smith, and that was on a fucking technicality because he fucking looked it was a pussy. I'm going to go. You know what? For months on end, and this is probably the one fucking pick that people probably think is impossible for Femi to win, but I think this goes to points and he gets the decision.
Who does? Sorry?
I'm the other way, man. I'm massively leaning on Vlad points at the minute. I don't see. I mean, he ain't got the work rate. Femi ain't got the work rate to go 12. I don't think he looks so bad against. He looked so bad against White, and he didn't look great against Brazil as that started to go on a bit as well. He's missing lots of shots. I'm just not sure.
But like,
he can go to 12.
And remember, you know, with White, everyone's saying, "Oh yeah, he's got a fucking look at all the shots he took. His chin's like legit." He got hurt off fucking Chisora a fair few times. Get the piss. It was like everything.
We know AJ's not a. We know AJ's not a rock fucking shot. He's not got one punch knockout power. We know that.
I just think, right? Would a shot Vlad fucking send White to hell? Yeah. Would a shot Vlad beat everyone that Femi's beaten with absolute fucking ease? Yeah. So
I know,
and I know it's that triangle thing, but it isn't. But I mean, there's nothing I've seen from Femi. Like, if I don't think Femi would have beat Vlad if he were in Fury's place the same night. I don't think he would. If he dropped in today, I still don't think he would. Because I think it got that 12th round, and when he landed a punch, fucking Femi had been been looking up at fucking roof, wondering what had gone on. I think Femi's very susceptible to a fucking left hook.
Well,
and the way that he's throwing punches on the and I know it's only fucking hitting every bag. Watch the fucking right hand. It still fucking comes down.
Oh, he does it. He watches fights. He does it all the time, and he's always
the way he throws that right hand, he cocks it and he sort of cocks it back and leaves it completely open to be counted.
But he's there. So when he's throwing left hands, he's wide open to it, and I think Vlad would get there first. And even if he didn't, I think Vlad would be able to take the sting out of it and get back.
What I'm hoping happens here,
the left hook from Vlad could be the fucking
but he can't launch that left hook. I was watching him like the last couple of weeks or two, like the Pulev left hook. I don't think he can launch one with 2 feet off the ground. I think that's going to be quite risky. Like,
he doesn't need to though. But Pulev's got a chin. This is the difference. We're talking about a guy who doesn't have the fucking stability to fucking stand there and have a shootout with Vlad if he's going to fucking give it to him, because he's going to get fucked. Because if Vlad's shot completely, it might just come down to that, and Vlad's just going to be like, well, fuck it, I'll just have a shootout with you, and Vlad's going to knock him out.
I think that I know you was all kind of shit on Cy Thompson, right? But he made a good point. See the people that see the fights that Vlad gets stopped in. Two of them was because he was gassed, tiring, and that he was winning the fight. Right, another one was he was in against a fucking puncher that was it Brewster? Is it Brewster that's the puncher, or was it Corey Sanders that's the puncher?
Corey Sanders
punches like fuck.
Right, so
Samuel Peter punches as well. Samuel Peter beat him, didn't he? Yeah, Samuel Peter's a big puncher, or was.
Well, come on, I'll let you say your thing, and then I'll just.
He's saying that he fucking like gas. It's not as if like he was in there with fucking bums and they just wiped him out. There was like a kind of reason for it. Is his stamina, and if you look at him now, his stamina is totally different. The one thing with Femi is, well, I'll use the kind of same analogies I used with Mariaga. See if you kind of drew a box. Femi doesn't throw punches outside that box. He's quite tight, but I don't think his defence is as good as Vlad's either. So I think maybe what Vlad's maybe want to do is because his defence is a lot tighter than Femi. So I don't think Femi's going to try and go for headshots. I think he's maybe going to try to go for the body more often. So his best bet is maybe like kind of when Femi's trying to do the spear jab, the fucking the chest jab, the fucking the up jab, the low jab. See when he's trying to use the jab to maybe his body, try to time him and fucking hit him with that left. I
can't recall Joshua ever throwing a body punch in any fights I've seen.
No. But the other thing with that is
you're so much bigger than everyone else.
And I've always said this. I always feel like if you're throwing big guys are throwing body punches and they're not great at it, we don't know if Femi is or not, you leave yourself wide open to fucking headshot. Wide open.
I'm kind of hoping that, as I said before, this is the first time that Femi's fought a full-time fighter with just the same amount of resources that he's got, and no one's ever fought him with a proper game plan. And he does, we know the left hand, whether the left hook's a shot, he drops his right hand low. But one thing he always does, he does it so much, like he always tries to draw the opponent's jab to counter with the right hand, and you can see that they must practice that on the mitts because he's always looking to do that. So you like to think someone like Vlad is going to set some traps. And he's actually going to come with a game plan as opposed to I'm just going to try. Because let's be fair, Femi's fought one guy who tried to win. That was White. Brazil everyone else has come to survive. No one else came to win. So this is the first time since White, he's going to fight someone with a proper game plan, with a proper team behind him, with proper time to train, and a proper fighter. I'm starting to, I think he's going to get turned over. More Vlad.
I don't think Femi's just, I pretty much know for a fact that he's not going to be the guy that's going to be able to change on the fly either. If it's not going his way, he's not going to be able to come up with a plan for himself. He's going to have to wait to go back to McCracken and tell him to do something.
And this is
whereas Vlad,
going in deep as
Vlad
well,
is Vlad's a natural fighter. He's been doing this pretty much all his life. I think you could say he did nothing against Fury that was any different. But I think with Femi,
crumble under that pressure. There's so much pressure on him. There's a lot of pressure on him, and he's never been in a situation where really, apart from he had to dig deep for a few rounds against Dylan White. But this is
it wasn't even a few rounds, mate. It was like 30 seconds really. He was hurt, and then he recovered, and then
but he got hit with a few body shots the next round, and he had to suck it up. He had a couple of rounds, but this is Vlad. This is a whole different ball game to a half fit Dylan White, who was really not even been a proper fighter at that point.
If you put a gun to my head, I would probably pick Vlad.
Yeah, I think you have to. As I said before, I know Brian wasn't here. If you put everything we 100% know about every fighter, like who's better in what department, you put that in a simulator, I honestly don't think it comes out with anything other than Vlad winning pretty much 9 times out of 10. But it just depends, as we said, how much, if he's got anything left, or is he completely shot to shit.
I don't think Vlad's not an idiot, man. He knows what's going on. Vitali's not an idiot. Vitali wouldn't let him take it if he thought he was going to get smashed.
Could this be like a Bob Arum where Femi has got that big, Hearn knows that he's fucking going to just cut ties with him at some point, and how when somebody does that to Arum's like, right, we'll fucking see.
Send him back in with a loss.
Just quickly, his contract is up in November next year. That's when his contract's up with Veteran. Yeah.
I don't believe he will, because I think it's all very well and good promoting yourself, but he must have had some fucking. I don't know how he done it right, but Hearn would be a cunt. Hearn's got some fucking watertight fucking deal with Sky here. Fuck knows how he got it, but I don't. Maybe it's because of the darts and stuff like that. But I think Femi has got such a good fucking deal with Hearn where I wouldn't be surprised if Hearn's only on, say, maybe fucking, how he's maybe on 20% with everybody else. He's maybe on at the most 10% with fucking Femi now. Keep him fucking sweet. Femi would get as good a deal elsewhere. So I look at it and consider the idea that fucking he might walk away at some point, because I'm pretty sure Hearn will be making millions off him, right? But he'll not be making it as much as he maybe did with likes of fucking Flotch Groves, because of the percentage he must pay. There's no danger that Femi would keep fucking re-signing contracts, not if he knew he could go his own.
He signed a 3-year deal 18 months ago, so it just depends how savvy he was. But after he signed that deal that expires November of next year, he has started to put the wheels in motion to set up his own label. So whether he renegotiated the better percentage, I would imagine if he signs again with her, and that's when the percentage will drop from 20 to 10 or something like that. I'd be surprised if it's so low, because there was still a lot of building to do. If you think when he signed that 18 months ago, who was he fighting 18 months ago?
Gary Cornish.
Surprised if Hearn dropped his percentage at that point. It would be when it comes to renewal, maybe, but we don't know.
Well, all right, and Macho, if you've only got fucking a grand left and you've got to put it on someone, would it change your mind? I knew you did it.
I'm picking Vlad to win, because you can only go with what you do know and not what you don't know. As I said, I'm still I'm a conspiracy theorist, and I'm big into like symbolism and shit, and things happen.
You need to look away from that though, because this is real life. This is not.
I know it's real life, but you can't look away from the fact that everything's been set up for AJ to win this. And
it was for Crawler though, and
no, but that's not even on the same level.
Yeah, I know.
No
but
kind of ever heard of Linares like the casuals and that. Yeah, it was the same principle, but this is
and that he fucked up, and he's done it before, and he'll do it again. This
is a different. I do agree that he's only picked this fight because he thinks he does think Klitschko's shot.
Okay,
but
then.
I'm still picking Klitschko to win.
I didn't mention this angle. I didn't touch on this. So Hearn's been seeing what Fenner's been like, blah blah blah. Maybe he's actually seen him for. All right, then. Actually, I don't think he's all that great. We'll just fucking where we're gonna get the most money from. Fury's banned or whatever. Wilder is just a fucking idiot. We'll just get.
He was injured at the time anyway, wasn't he, Wilder? So that
we'll just get Vlad over, and we'll just fucking do that. And then when we get beat, we'll just fucking do the rematch as well. Then get 2 paydays out of it.
Well, it's actually a decent point because after the Molina fight, they had to do something. They had to have a big fight, and it was never going to be Povetkin. It couldn't be Fury. He didn't want to risk Hay. He's probably thinking that shit. I probably should have taken the Hay fight.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, it was like, who am I going to get? Actually, Klitschko will do, and he's probably shot. So yeah, no, I'll take that point. But I mean, I'm picking Vlad anyway.
Yeah.
As long because again, you can only go with what you do know, and when you list it, he's better in so many more departments. What if he's not shot? What I can see happening is I can see it's definitely going to be a battle of the jabs. If Vlad can establish that jab early, then it's going to be a real hard road for AJ. I can see AJ coming out slow, having a little raid to see where he's at, falling short, getting countered, and then I think it's going to be, oh shit just got real, and I think Vlad's going to put a fucking beat down on him. I wouldn't shot him if he stopped him late, but that is only if Vlad is not shot. But we'll find out because Femi could win and Vlad could not be shot. We'll find out for sure on Saturday. Does anyone think that Vlad will spark him?
Yeah. That's my.
If Vlad wins, I think that's the way he wins.
Because I've said it a few weeks ago. I don't know why. I was just watching Vlad and I just thought I can see this left hook just getting fucking rasped in.
I actually think I think the counter right hand is the shot for to do AJ. Funny enough, just the way he tries to set up countering the opponent's jab with his own right hand. I think he leaves traps for the straight right, and especially the way he really overextends with his right hand as well. He can really overextend with it and overextend with his jab. So he's not so quick at pulling it back. I would not be shocked if the straight right, because Vlad fights tall, doesn't he? And he kind of leans back, and that I would not be shocked if he gets caught lunging in with a straight right, and then probably followed up by a left hook. To be fair,
well, I think Vlad can knock Femi out if Femi's chin's as bad as it's made out to be, and we know what White did to him. Say for saying so, if Vlad's fighting off the ropes and he just uncorks something and it lands clean, if Femi's chin is that bad, he's gonna go. Because Vlad can fucking hit.
But this is what I'm saying. I don't think Vlad needs to land clean to knock Femi out.
No, I want to see it. I want to see early doors how Femi takes one on like the top of the head, the temple or something.
Oh, if he gets it on the temple, be thoughts. Imagine that.
Do we think?
I don't think that Vlad would need to catch him like fully clean to knock him out.
But he didn't catch Pulev fully clean, and he's got a chin.
That's what I mean.
How many times did he drop him though? 3 or 4 times in that fight?
He dropped him, yeah.
Yeah, but this is what I mean. He's got a chin, so he just keeps getting up. But like
the Eddie Chambers one is similar as well. He just uncorks something from hell, and that sort of catches him on the glove and face, and he goes down.
Do anyone think that Vlad might target the body at all? I know he's not particularly famous.
He never throws body.
I know, but But again, in this sort of fight, I mean, that's a weakness that we've seen.
No, but this is what I'm saying. No, but with guys with arms as long as that. If you're fucking going down to the body and you get blocked or you get countered, you fuck.
Does anyone think it's going to be a good fight?
I don't know. I just don't know because you don't know what Vlad's going to do you? Like, I just don't know.
I think it's going to be definitely one on the edge of your seat because either guy could go. I'm fucking really looking forward to it. I can't wait to watch all the shit when this pod finishes. I think they had a show today that their gloves are off or behind the ropes or something.
Yeah, it was Klitschko's behind the ropes.
Was it?
I'm not watching any of that shit.
But I'm watching it all.
I'm watching it all as well. I'm getting right into it this week.
Yeah, I'm going to watch all the undercard as well. Actually, I'm going to fucking watch everything.
I'm not.
fucking enjoy it.
It could destroy him though if it's a bad card, really, couldn't it? Imagine.
I think that, as I said last week, I think actually what he's doing is quite clever. I think with we don't like it, but these Olympians, he's promoting their personalities. His quick 6-rounders, knock out a couple of Latvians, everyone's happy.
But people are going to be expecting on here to see some fucking not us, but casuals are going to be expecting to see some fucking absolute hellful. Yeah, they are because they
don't want to see any. The casuals ain't there to see anyone but fucking. They don't care.
No,
about
but they're going. You watch. You've seen casuals that started turning about undercards. Look at the fucking Bellew Hayward, man. They was going fucking mental about it. So they don't to say they don't care about undercards is not true anymore.
I think this is a different audience. This is a bit of a different audience.
It is a bit. Well, it isn't because Hay and fucking AJ have got the same spastic set of fans, basically.
I don't think there was a load of casuals that were raging about that undercard. I think there was more sensible boxing fans raging about it, but no one's there to see any fucking undercard. No one really cares.
But when there's no good fight on the undercard, and if the fucking main event's shit, there's going to be hell to pay for fucking.
The people, I agree with Matcha. The people paying for this, they are literally going to watch Britain's Got Talent, and then they'll turn over around 10 o'clock. Yeah, they're not going to be sat down from 6 o'clock watching this.
If I was hurt, I would have put a fucking prize fighter on the undercard, and then just gone fucking Femi, job done, and maybe a couple of Olympians.
Before, though, hadn't
he? Yeah, he could have done that. I mean, the undercard he's put on his gash, but I don't think anyone gives a shit, and no one's there for it. I don't think HBO Showtime, they're not broadcasting any of it, are they? I think it's just straight up main event. But who are you picking, Carp?
I'm picking Vlad.
KO.
Yeah, I think if he's going to win, he's going to knock him out. I'm not sure. I mean, he might have to come through some tough moments earlier on because I do think Femi's going to try and bum rush him and just get him out of there.
But I think that, honestly, if he tries to bum rush Vlad, that is the worst idea.
So do I. But I think he's so in love with his own ability and his power that he's just going to go for it.
Well,
what about the Rob McCracken factor? Is he going to allow that? Or do we think Femi's going to go?
Oh, yeah. Rob McCracken, who trained Carl Fraccio, had some of the worst fundamentals I've ever seen. Come on, man. Fucking give it a rest with Rob McCracken.
No, but he seems like a sensible guy.
Yeah, it does, but look at the state of Froch, man.
Yeah, but Froch, there's not a great deal you could do with Froch, really.
Bringing Froch into it. Bringing Froch into it doesn't mean anything, does it? But I don't think. I think that Femi will just go for it early doors. I think the first round he'll come out there, meet him in the centre of the ring, and just go for it. I don't think he's going to fence. Vlad can fence. Vlad can disrupt that. Just by jab, grab, and make it slow and boring, and then pick up the pace later on.
He's going to go for it, because I think, as I said, he's going to have a radar. He's going to see what Vlad's got, but I don't think when you say he's going for it, you think he's coming out just trading straight off the bat and just going absolute hell for leather for the knockout.
I think he'll try and bum rush him. Yeah, whether he goes hell for leather for the full round, but I do think in them first 30 seconds he's going to go out there and look to get rid of him proper early. I don't think he's going to hang around.
It's such a fucking dangerous tactic.
But
such a dangerous tactic.
Yeah,
I'd actually have a lot of respect for him if he did that.
Bronner's been calling Tim Bradley an Uncle Tom.
That's not a bad shout, to be fair.
I'd be very surprised if Femi sits behind a jab for 3-4 rounds.
Well, that's a good point, actually, because the last thing he wants to do is let Vlad establish his.
Exactly, because that is Vlad to a T, innit? If he comes and tries to jab with him or box with him, he's going to be 4 rounds down and Vlad's going to be in a rhythm. And once Vlad gets in a rhythm, he's very hard to disrupt. It's just a jab,
but
grab,
he's got to close that range, though, isn't he? Because I don't think Femi's not that good in his feet. And Vlad, I can see I can see if he goes all guns blazing, I can see him falling short and then falling into a straight right, straight down his guard. I don't know.
You know what's mental about this? It's the fact that we've spoken about this fucking fight for about an hour. No cunt is... nobody would prefer to put money on this actual fight, and it's.
I'm betting on Vlad for the KO.
Yeah, I'm going Vlad KO 72, motherfucker.
You know, like,
is it 72 the knockout?
Yeah.
What was you saying, bro?
It's obviously I'm picking like Femi, but I want Vlad to win. So either way, like I'll not be happy if I'm right, but at least I'll not be as fucking miserable. But if I'm proven wrong, I'll be like fucking. I'll be like, you know how you used to, when you were a boy, you used to get the Galladies and all that, where you used to go and it was fucking bouncy castles and all that, and it was just amazing. And then like some could be gear about a 2020 and you'd be wrecked and stuff like that, and it'd be just all party times and just if they'd love each other, you just end up taking a couple of sweeties and you're peeking at your face. That's how good it'd be at the weekend. I'd just be so happy because Femi wins, Hearn would turn around and say, well, this is what great champions do. They try to test themselves, and he's basically ahead of where he should be, and he wanted to try and prove that he was the best in the world, and he'll come back. He's still young. He's started, and he'll get back to his lacky amateur experience. But this is what I've always had a problem with that. On one hand, brag about winning the Olympic gold with such little experience, and then on the other hand, like, feed him shite because he's got so little experience, right? Because you can't take the compliments and saying this guy is so good, he didn't need a lot of amateur fights, and then saying, oh, we need to give him fucking shite fights because he's not had a lot of amateur experience, if you get what I mean. So you might go for that if it loses, but if he wins, oh, fuck me, man. I go Twitter dark every time there's a Femi fight.
Yeah, I'll just be off for a few days. I can't. I'm just not dealing with it. But
the hack, like, fucking Hearn obviously blocked me on Femi's account the other day, didn't he? So I won't get to see.
Hearn's blocked me, man. What a fucking maggot!
Aye,
can't handle the truth.
No, can't handle it.
Can't handle it. Kill Leighton Orient.
Weirdly enough, Cal's not blocked for him for some fucking reason. And here, Cal's
but I'm meeting Cal Sunday, so if I need to, I'll just fucking put my thoughts across via Cal.
2 quick questions for me, very quick ones. If Femi wins, and just forgetting the Vlad rematch, what do we think he'll do? Hearn will do next with him, and if he loses, what do we think he'll do next with him?
I think he'll fight Scott quick in both scenarios.
If he loses, they rematch Vlad. If he wins and it's a close fight, he rematches Vlad.
Yeah, but I said if you've got to take Vlad out of it, you can't have Vlad.
Oh, okay then. Well, if he loses, he's obviously going to rematch Vlad. Obviously.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
But if he wins, then I just think they'll go for Wilder. They'll drop the IBF because they have to fight Pulev, and there's no money in that for him.
Yeah, but if they fucking keep the WBA, he's got to fight.
They got to fight King Kong, and they're fucked either way. So they either fight Pulev for no money or fight King Kong for less money.
They might just. Literally, yeah, but he said
King Kong's Cuban, and you chuck him some money, he goes away for a bit.
Yeah, but I think Hearn said now he don't care about the belts, so you know what that means. They'll both fucking get ditched and they'll try and fight Wilder.
I wouldn't be shocked. I've got a bit of a conspiracy theory. I think
Dillian White.
I think Hearn's been on the phone to Camp Fury, and that's why the Parker fight's gone for Huey. And I reckon it's going to be
2 weeks.
It's going to be Bellew, Parker. Bellew might win, and if fucking AJ wins, we get to see a fucking some sort of unification between Bellew and AJ.
Imagine if fucking Bellew just smashed AJ.
I did tell you yesterday that through my source that the Parker camp have already contacted Bellew.
Is it the same source as Pops?
No, it's the exact same source because it's actually Tony Bellew.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. I think I'm not betting against Bellew to not beat fucking Parker. He'll probably beat him, and then we'll get fucked. Can you imagine that Vlad v fucking Bellew? Jesus.
Bellew's just going to be the undisputed heavyweight champ.
That'd be the best thing ever. Love that shit.
How funny would it be if Bellew won a belt then fucking fought Value?
Fucking. Bellew wins the belt and fights David Price.
Oh, Liverpool.
Caldwell does both corners.
Just running in between, does 30 seconds in one, 30 seconds in the other.
It's basically half and half stadium, Everton fucking Liverpool, right?
Yeah, they just
the friendly derby. They're all sat in the stands together wearing their blue and red shirts.
Now what they actually do is they dig up Anfield and just fucking stick it on the side of Goodison, and they just have the ring across both.
I'd actually pick Bellew to knock out Price.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, so would I.
Fucking hell.
Bad time. Right, so you're picking fucking Vlad to knock out Femi, and I'm picking fucking Femi to win on points.
I'm Vlad points.
Vlad points.
Yeah.
Femi's dad sells Avon.
Femi's dad says he doesn't take steroids.
Femi's dad looks like Hans Moleman, for fuck's sake.
He does.
He proper looks like him. Like, what a fucking maggot.
So,
yeah, that's us done.
The Hearns killed Leighton Orient.
We will be doing a celebratory pod when Vlad wins. So
I was going to ask that next question. If Vlad does fucking spark him, are we going live?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, I'll be.
Yeah,
I've made plans so I can turn that one around pretty quickly. but fuck Vlad. Fuck Femi, not fuck Vlad. Go Vlad. Ukraine.
Yeah, Ukraine.
Ukrainians on the fucking tear again at the minute, so don't worry about it.
Just one last thing. Do you think if Vlad wins this, it cements his legacy? He's already an all-time great, isn't he? But if he wins this, then he's beat like the young up-and-comer supposedly take his crown.
Yeah.
Do you reckon it puts him higher up in an all-time great list? Because I would say it does.
Puts him number one because he'll have saved boxing.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I don't think he makes a great deal of difference. I think he get a lot of respect for fighting AJ, but I think that what if he beats him, it will just be AJ was a hype job. And to be fair, it probably does a bit of damage for British boxing because it's another fighter when they've gone in with an elite guy, so a Fury aside, who's been beat. He probably sets us back a little bit. I think everyone will just say that, especially in the Yanks, they'll just say that AJ was a hype job. I think Vlad's legacy cemented whether he wins or loses, to be fair.
I've just seen something interesting that Bunce has actually said, and I don't like Bunce, so it must be interesting. He said that we'll know after 30 seconds if Vlad has slipped or not.
I'll tell you one thing, and this is fucking. If you listen to the fight, who's the commentator, the co-commentator for Showtime?
Al Bernstein.
Yeah.
Bernstein said that exact point. Let's see with Floyd Pacquiao. He's like, you'll be able to tell who's going to win this fight in the first fucking 30 seconds, and see after like the first 30 seconds, a minute like it's like Floyd's winning this season. You can tell right now that Floyd's going to win this. I know it's different because Floyd's an all-time great, but see when Buncey just tries to be normal, he actually knows he's boxing. But see if you watched it at the weekend, Dempsey gives him nothing. He will just cut him off, and that's what Buncey needs a hard taskmaster. He can't. Let's see when Buncey does fucking Box Nation, he just loses a plot wearing fucking mad Mexican hats and fucking.
The worst I've ever seen Bunce was that Russian show when he was sat there in that Viking hat, just trying to fill about an hour gap in between losing the plot.
They'd dress up and shit.
Yeah. I think we should give a quick shout out to BT Sport as well, because they actually did a preview of the AJ fight, and they did mention it on air. Unlike fucking Hearn, who won't mention anything, or Matchroom, Sky, so he won't mention anything that's not theirs. They actually gave a bit of a chat, so fair play to them for doing that.
What I will say is, fuck BT, you better get fucking Barry Jones, get McIntosh to fuck. Everybody knows
Ronald McDonald.
Everybody knows I'm fucking politically correct here, but see if you're going to get people in a job just to fill a quota for positive discrimination, do it to be somebody that's decent. McIntosh is shite, Rootall's white and he's fucking shite. Get him to fuck. And one more thing, Vlad fucking beating Femi at the weekend will be the end of Spencer X. You fuck right off, Spencer, you wee fucking faggot.
What are you cooking?
Oh, so that's me. I put something in the microwave.
Some Greek fucking shite.
Halloumi.
Yeah, it's rice and sort of chicken. It's like a little Greek dish.
Of course it is. Why don't you go home?
I'm home.
Bev. Right, so is that us then?
Yeah, that is it.
Yeah.
Now, so, the Hearns killed Leighton Orient.
I killed him.
Joe Gallagher shags dogs.
Joe Gallagher does shag dogs. And I've got one more thing.
Joe Gallagher's got rabies.
He's got taste Sinclair and he is so wonderful. When he scores a goal, oh, he's beautiful, magical. When he runs down the wing, he is fast as lightning.
He's shit.
Scottish football don't even count. It's pub football.
Right, end it, Brian, you fucking whopper.